allow the two children to attend the budget.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo,
Hello there. Welcome back. I apologize for the late start, though. Thank you so much for joining me as you are joining right now. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and then tell them that my ego today. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are watching tonight. It is Mayegu live. See, tonight it is not going to be about Werey Wike and his effort in trying to sustain his supposed political structure in Rivers State. It is establishing a new boundary and his new adversary, which has now gone mainstream now. Initially was pretty much like maybe miscommunication, misunderstandings, and the rest of that. Werey Wike has come out today to say the Labour Party senatorial candidate, senator for the FCT Abuja, that she was a mistake. I imagine as a senator, defeating, a career senator from that place, a member of PDP, Aduda. I kind of did give you a bit of a snippet from their scuffle this afternoon. So this evening, I'm going to begin to give you all, help us keep the record of the fire that Werey Wike is igniting in FCT, not just River State now. So the people of River State, the Fubara and his group, they probably would have a reprieve to some extent, because Werey Wike is considering himself as the governor of FCT, unelected, appointed, right? And somehow having an opposition party that won the FCT, right, is a mismatch. And therefore, he, as the minister, will do whatever he wants, just same way he was as the emperor in River State. That whoever challenged him, whoever questioned him, and all of that in River State, it will come out at you, and to him, it will finish you politically. So you are either for him or you are against him. So having any contrary opinion, where Werey Wike is considered as insubordination. So to him, there can't be any other person in FCT Abuja after him. In fact, if the senator wanted to be given, respect and acknowledgement, that senator must actually come on and kiss the ring. Take a bow. So this conflict of interest is expected to bounce back on the residents of FCT, who have now, despite the fact that they are the people living in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, a place that you probably should consider safer than anywhere in Nigeria. So the insecurity in FCT, the terrible dilapidating infrastructures in FCT, some of these things were kind of the questions being raised, but the senator elected by the people of FCT has completely been skimmed out of the running of the same FCT, our constituency. Anyway, I'll take you back memory lane, okay? Werey Wike, on his part, like I said, lives in this deluded world. It's not so deluded, but it exists. It is like a lawless place where men are more powerful than institutions, where institutions are allowed to function according to the will of men in charge of them. So in such place, people like Werey Wike may be, is actually like, is something, is someone. It's like among those who believe that if they, if they say something, or if they do anything, or put it this way, people who believe that forget the law, they are the laws. Okay? Wherever the law contradicts their views will supersede the law. And if you feel otherwise, where are you going to go to? The courts? People that are so lawless that even the courts have been disobeyed and it has become a tradition. And court has nothing to do. They couldn't do anything. The entire cesspool of corrupt system, right? Give somebody like Werey Wike the audacity, the same way he lived, operated in River State, that despite his Hitler characteristic, he still couldn't convince the people of River State to what? To vote for thiefnubu. He had to introduce violence. pure rigging, killing of people. He actually unleashed terror on his own people just to force the hand and forge the results to say, okay, he delivered River State to thiefnubu. thiefnubu himself, who claimed to have been the one who found Lagos, he was soundly defeated. Even next to his own house, the polling unit in front of his house, the one at the back of his house, he was trounced. The entire Lagos, he was beaten like a thief that he is. Unfortunately, the Yakubu guys rescued him. Kano State, their stronghold, they were defeated. They trounced. Like, if it was to be like a real election, thiefnubu won't be your president. Werey Wike will never be an FCT. Ireti will still be a senator. But Werey Wike feels more powerful than her. And the way he actually talks about her. Let me take you back memory lane. Sometimes in March, it was granting an interview, feeling like the emperor, the way he lived in rivers, whatever I say, anybody that questioned it, I'll finish you. He declared war on that senator. According to him, she's obedient, which means there is nothing they will do. Okay, he's going to be a saboteur to their plans. So in March, he granted this long-winded nonsense. It's just, me, I like bringing you, I don't just want to drop the update on you. I want to bring you up to date to what led to this, at least in the recent time. This was March this year.
I read yesterday. I don't want to be personal. I think they say she's senator for FCT. I don't know. Okay, they said she's a senator for FCT. Saying, Wike is busy scraping roads. And listen, I just, in my place, that's why I says, if you don't know what to tell somebody, you say as him be. That is it. You don't have anything, you don't even know what to tell the person. One of these, Sundays, I woke up. I called my executive secretary of CDO. I said, come. I said, come. Well, I said, come down. Look at the roads. All cracked. We passed through there. I think we were going to the villa. Then went to the police headquarters. That we go and see. This roads were built when? I should leave it when the potholes come. That's when I will go and repair it. Back belly. You know what you say, back belly? Somebody wants to be a friend. He said, I don't want to be a friend. Is it by force?
But what's
like what the person was indicating that you don't want to be supervised. Like,
supervised? Are you my appointer?
They have an oversight function.
Oh, come on, listen now. Come and do it. The problem is that she wanted to be chairman, Senate committee on FCT. And the Senate president said, I'm not giving you. She's a member. Let them come and oversight. There's nothing we have done. I've not invited the two chairmen of the FCT and the two chairmen of the area council. Every flag off, they're all there. Come and see with your eyes. And I deliberately allow it to be live. I deliberately allow it to be live. And so, what are you, the committee, the chairman, are seeing what we are doing. They are coming every day. What are you going to supervise me? You cannot supervise me.
But she's also representing the FCT.
No, that is the mistake you are making. That's the mistake you are making.
You have extra interest.
What is the interest? That I must see her.
No, that FCT should function well.
Why would I go and say, is that my responsibility? If I have a problem, I go and see her. I don't have a problem.
So you're likely to see her
if there's a problem.
What if she wants to see you?
It's available. She should write to me. Give me a call if I'm free.
But she said you're not reachable.
How did you reach me now?
No, she's a journalist.
Listen. Nobody can intimidate me. Not after being, look, Look, I was a minister before.
I
became a governor of one of the most important states in Nigeria. And now I'm a minister of FCT. You are saying that the only way you can bring me is to go to channel, is to go to TVC, is to go to, and oh, the minister does not carry me about. I carry it, I don't have the back to carry. I don't have the back. People don't know how to go about things. It's not by blackmail or intimidation.
So what should she be doing?
Do the right thing. Communication. Can I have audience with you? There are things about FCT. I want you to. The problem is this. She ran an election against my friend, Philip Adudra. Right? And then she sees Philip Adudra everywhere with me. He said, I'm taking Philip everywhere, instead of she being the senator. Haba. Will I abandon my friend because he failed the election? I mean, people are so petty. It doesn't make sense. Everybody is commending what is going on in FCT. You are busy, say that he's not carrying me along, I'm supposed to be the eye of FCT. That's lawmaking. That's lawmaking. The eye of FCT, in terms of implementing Mr. President's agenda, is me. Is me. Mr. President.
Nuisance, Lele.
So do you get the drift now? Normally, okay, maybe I should put it this way, right? Normally, a minister is an appointee of the president. So which means to help administer the FCT, including, you know, the local government and the rest, okay? Appointee. The minister, the senator is the elected representative of the FCT. Our primary constituency, because listen, apart from making laws with the rest of lawmakers in Nigeria, I think a primary assignment is to make laws. Secondary assignment is to have an oversight function. And in that regard, he is meant to liaise with the minister of our constituency. So whatever she has and feel concerned about, physically, call the attention and all of that stuff, whatever is going on, including if they were working together, right, they will be able to actually sit and plan, you know, developmental, whatever this, including human development stuff, right? They will plan them together. Now, wherever the FCT needs some push from the National Assembly, so the senator will now take it there because she is involved, she is aware, she can speak. But that's actually how it should be, right? But that's now how it is with these rogues. They are more powerful than all these rules and institutions. They possibly feels like they are above them, so they have their rules. So the woman, according to Werey Wike, he lobbied to be chairman or member of the Senate Committee on FCT. And by logic, I think that is right. That's a constituency. So if there's a committee overseeing the affairs of the FCT in the Senate, she should be part of it. So, but because she is considered as an outsider, so the work was done. The person that will choose who will become chairman or member of any committee is the Senate president, Akpabiole. So why would you give her access to the committee that is looking into FCT when she's going to be there asking questions? So she was removed. They now put senators from other parts of Nigeria as the members and the chairman and the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on FCT. So those ones, waiting concern them with FCT. Their committee is just to make sure that whenever Werey Wike brings anything, looking for money, supplementary budgets and here and there, they will be there to help him push it as long as he's going to give them their own share, whatever he uses it for. And Werey Wike, on the other hand, believes that That oversight function of Ireti that he's talking about is not for him to be asking him questions. It's not for him to, it's not for her rather to be asking him questions. It's not for her to be questioning what he's doing for the people of FCT, because thiefnubu knows what is better for the people of FCT. That's why he appointed him. So Ireti is nothing in the whole thing. And according to him, Ireti is jealous because Ireti defeated Werey Wike's friend, Aduda. And Ireti is jealous that instead of Werey Wike to be taking Ireti everywhere, he is taking the loser, so that one can have something doing for the next 4 years while they plot on how to get him back into that place. Abuja people rejected PDP. They rejected Aduda after 24 years of nothing. They said every 4 years for Aduda, it's like coronation for him. He barely campaigns, he barely, because right there, who is interested in Abuja than business? It's all business. Until 2023, a tsunami that could have swept off this pandemic of APC, at least for the time being. So they rejected PDP, they rejected APC, they defeated them inside the inside the Aso Rock, inside Apovila, where lawmakers were living. They defeated them everywhere. But Werey Wike, who is supposed to be a PDP, but currently working for APC as a minister, he has now taken it further. There was a time he actually told her to go and hang herself if she's jealous. And they clapped for him. Let me see if I still have that video.
I overheard somebody in our eyes this morning. Unfortunately, I hear the person is a member of National Assembly. It's unfortunate I say so. With all due respect, what you don't know, you don't know. What you know, you do. And the good thing for you is to tell people that, look, I don't know this. And people will educate you. The Honorable Minister of State and my humble self, we have not been in office for more than 10 months. 11 months. And to the glory of God, the person is angry that they are praising us. If you don't want, go and hang yourself in a transformer.
Did you hear that? Because to people like Werey Wike, he is used to praise singers, not people that ask questions. So if you ask questions, that means you'll be demanding answers. Demanding answers is like asking them to to expose themselves. So to him, if you don't know, you don't know. If we want you to know, you will know. If we don't want you to know, you are angry. So to him, he is an enemy. The same way he saw everyone that opposed him when he was governor of Rivers. The same way he's seeing everyone that opposes him from Rivers State today as enemies. When you ask him questions, to be kind of like, she's not happy they are pressing us. Unfortunately, she took her case sometimes in June. This was last month, though. She took her complaints to our colleague in the Senate. People are all the same, right? He's an outcast. She took it there, and I want to kind of pay observation, be observant of the whole room when she's sort of trying to report to Werey Wike to them that it is my duty. If this whole thing is about the people of Abuja, we are grateful for all he's doing. The one he said is no, but he's spending huge amount of money, okay, in building roads in places you can say maybe just parks. Why major community roads like township roads within the FCT, where people actually use it, markets and all these places are totally ignored and abandoned. But Werey Wike can't take any of that. So sometimes in June, she took it to them.
Only senator representing the Federal Capital Territory. And I rise on Order 10. Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed, or referring the matter to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. But if the matter is raised in the Committee of the whole Senate, the chairman shall leave the chair to report progress. Can I continue, sir?
Moving under 2 orders or only just under 10? If it's under 10, you said...
And 11.
And 11? Okay, read.
Can I speak, sir?
Yes.
I would like to draw the attention of the Senate to the fact that I am the highest elected office in the Federal Capital Territory, where 4 million people live. I also want to call to the attention of the Senate that though I am in the Committee of the Federal Capital Territory, whenever critical matters like budget or anything to do with the FCT is being discussed, I am never told. All I see is that it has been brought to the Senate. Sir, in the Federal Capital Territory...
No, the civil senator, Ireti.
Please, may I finish speaking?
The order you are referring to says any senator may rise, and that senator shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed. You have your motion. Okay, so we suspend it till tomorrow.
Only senator representing the...
When she made the effort to report him, they shut her down. You know, I mean, Akpabiole, they shut her down because, according to him, oh, this order that you said you read, oh, this woman and a wala again. This all this, eh? Okay, they did not tell you anything that they are doing. Okay, all right. Let's adjourn till tomorrow. We can talk about that later. So that is why Werey Wike knows enough that maybe that's what they say in their circle. He's an outcast. She's a trouble then, and she's a mistake. The 4 million people in Abuja that majority of them chooses to reject APC, reject PDP when they could. Now, all of that has come to nothing. That Werey Wike, an appointee, you know, say now one single announcement will finish this Werey Wike. There is an impression that Werey Wike actually feels that he is so politically relevant, especially when it comes to money. And like I said, it is Nigeria. Indeed, he is probably right. But one single stroke of pen, it will become nothing anymore. All this whole thing, noise and all of that will be gone. And the Werey Wike that made the threat today, I don't know if you have heard it. Okay. Before we go to what he said to Ireti today. Okay. When, when Ireti made a photo report him, that was when he said that if she doesn't know what's going on, well, she should ask or something like that, right? Or she should go and hang herself in the transformer. FCT minister to the FCT senator, right? Yeah, it's when she possibly poked the bear. I mean, the moment that prompted what Werey Wike said today. Ireti, this morning.
Madam, do you think that your complaint is not just about Wike? You have also been quoted as saying that you are excluded from most of the key decisions affecting the Federal Capital Territory in the Senate. Do you think this is because you are from a minority party, Labour Party, or do you think it's because you are a woman? 4 of you, 4 women in the National Assembly.
It's not because I'm a woman. In all fairness to the Senate as a body, it's not very difficult to exclude the women, and they do not exclude us. We get involved in as many things as we really like to. And most of the time, yes, your party matters a little bit, but not seriously. If you want me to be honest, this boils down to the fact that the Senate President is a personal friend of the Honorable Minister of the FCT. So when things that they think Senator Kingibe might object to are brought, I'm not sure. As I said, this is a topic I'd rather wait, since I plan on coming back to you in another week to discuss in details. I was planning to have a general discussion with you today, but I am on several committees. I'm not excluded from any of them. I'm aware of every little detail that goes on in every other committee. Why is this committee special? You would think it would be the reverse, because I'm the senator representing that place, as most other senators are called on when things affect their constituency. So it's something that needs to be sorted out privately in the Senate. And if it's not sorted out privately in the Senate, then we can discuss it publicly.
Okay, I get the point about the friendship between Akpabio and Wike. But there's also something about style and communication. If you as a senator from the Labour Party, if on the floor of the Senate you behave like this obedience on social media, that could create a problem. Because Wike has said, look, that you expect that he will report to you. And he as minister, he will not report to a senator.
No minister has ever reported to any senator. If you look back in fact, if you look back several years, most ministers and the senators don't even usually come from the same party. But they work in synergy. Synergy is the key word. Reporting to anybody does not arise. And our proceedings in the National Assembly are recorded. Being cantankerous or disorganized is not my style. In fact, I think I have been quieter than I normally am because I was studying the Senate and the dynamics of the place. So I doubt that it has to do with my style, but if it is, you can look at the Senate proceedings and advise me because they're all recorded.
Okay, but I mean, you say key decisions affecting the FCT. What are your own priorities that you think have not been addressed in the best interest of the people of the Federal Capital Territory?
Actually, some of my interests are not specific to the Senate, but they are specific to the person administering the Honorable Minister. But just like any state assembly, when a governor is not taking care of the rights and the needs of the people, the state assembly draws his attention to it and makes him do it. For one thing, Abuja, there's no water. And let me even take the last budget that was passed, the supplementary budget.
98.5 billion?
Yes.
Supplementary budget?
Yes, let's not even go into the big one. Let's just deal with that little one. In that budget of 98, only 18 billion has anything to do with the people. 20 billion for renovating 20 schools. Now, everything else, we're building a road to EFCC or another one to DSS and all those things. Please, with all due respect, those roads may need renovating. Maybe the road to the presidential wing all need work. I am saying that for an impoverished nation, for a territory where insecurity is so high, a few days ago, I live in Maitama, my guard, just walking down the street, was hacked. This is in Maitama. Just shows you the level of insecurity. We have so many issues and we don't have the funds to do them. So in the bid to prioritize, I think that the needs of the people, that is the majority of the people, healthcare, education, security, and water as basic as water, we do not have. So I'm not saying that those things, we can do them when we are more liquid, but we are not. Those are my issues. So for another thing, okay, some of these things, maybe the local government, like the markets I'm complaining about, the local government needs to take care of it. But in the honorable minister's predecessors, he would join hands with the National Assembly and tell the local government chairman, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. So him alone against the rest of us, he will do them. But when everybody is working in silos, nothing, the people.
Madam, do you think that?
I know. At least she's very clear. All right. But the difference here is that Werey Wike is not used to being told to actually work for the people. No. The only place where they can inflate contracts, okay, and then loot money is by trying to do some, what do you call it? Some of what they call the show-off projects. That when you begin to look, for instance, right, 98 billion naira supplementary budget. Out of the whole 98 billion, okay, only 20 billion is allocated to, not to build new schools, so renovate 20 schools. 1 billion naira. So things like that. Then the rest of the money elsewhere. Water. They should provide water. No, that's going to take a long time. What about? We can't be doing water, Jare. People will not pay. They will not pay money for water, so it's just going to be a waste. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do the bridge, flyover bridge, over your water. But, sir, we already have a bridge. I know. We need a modern one, a very new one design. I saw it in Australia. It's going to cost us 180 billion naira. We have to build it. And that's how they ruled. That's how they ruled. And she said, I am not looking to be his friend. I'm just saying, if we have proper communication, right, there's a chance that the scarce resources can be channeled to some pressing issues that could make a lot of difference in the people's lives. Wike won't have that. So after this was when Werey Wike responded. After this one, I'll show you now. Watch.
Madam, do you think that the man you are talking about, his name is Nyesom Wike, former governor of Rivers State, and is now minister of the FCT. Now, he has responded to this issue that you have raised. He says you want him to be your friend. And that he doesn't want to be your friend. That is it by force. That you should leave him alone.
Please, what constitutes friendship between two people who've never met each other? I have never sat in the same room with the minister except in a Senate committee. So how does friendship arise? Why would I want to be the friend of somebody I do not know? The truth of the matter is that the minister refuses to speak or communicate in any way with the senator representing the Federal Capital Territory. So how are the wishes and the needs of the people to be communicated to him? Please tell me if you know a way.
Well, but he says he's minister and he's doing his job. He has commissioned some roads. He has renamed some roads. He has built, some projects in the place. He has appointed permanent secretaries. And he says he's concentrating on his work in Abuja. And he doesn't want blackmail. He says you are blackmailing him.
To do what? To regard the needs of the people. The minister may be a great minister in a ministry that has no people. But the unique situation of the FCT minister is that apart from infrastructure and roads, he also has to take into consideration the needs of the people in that territory. That's the difference between him and, the Minister of Works or any other ministry. The Minister of FCT is almost acting as the governor for the president. So it's not just being a regular minister. He says he commissioned roads. Yes, those roads were started by Mohammed Bello, and I commend him for finishing some of them. But also, just like the people took me on when those roads were commissioned, they said, Madam, you people are celebrating roads in Maitama, Asokoro, and Central Business District. The bulk of the people do not live there. Show me the projects where the people live. That's the difference. It's almost like a governor telling you that he built some roads, so he doesn't care what the needs of the people are. They have needs. So it's not good enough. The people are not impressed. I commend him because I see that some things are done. But at the end of the day, they don't have water. That fire that happened in Karu could have been prevented if there was water. But do you know, I don't know if you know Abuja, any fire truck has to go all the way to Atokoro to get water, spray the fire, then come back. Not to talk about the fact that there were no access roads into the market and a whole litany of issues. Who do you think is going to sort out those issues? The minister. But the people are going to tell the senator, not the minister. The same way, insecurity. The people scream, senator, senator, senator. Senator says, minister, sort out insecurity. Says he does not have to speak to me, so I spoke to him on channels. Just like a lot of the issues that I'm going to bring up today, he'll hear.
On Arise. And what is Werey Wike's latest response? Word for word. Ireti was a mistake. And now Wike has gone public and dared her to contest again in 2027. Because they are going to do everything possible to return Aduda, their friend. But the problem now is under which party? Werey Wike is PDP. So if he says he's going to make all of you in Abuja to reject Ireti, so then you have to go for APC. But he himself is like, that's part of the confusion, oh. But the deluded, the drunkard probably doesn't give a damn. They will do it anyway. Yeah, Abuja people, where your votes won't really have to decide anything. Werey Wike is living off something that is pretty much like a fairy tale. I have seen his video dancing in that 2,100 euro jacket, right? But today, this afternoon, listen.
If you don't want, go and hang yourself in a transformer. Yes. If you're angry, go and hang yourself. If I have done well, we have done well. If I have not done well, we have not done well. And we are proud to say, in this short time Mr. President appointed us, that we have done well. He said there are no schools. He said there are no hospitals. You as a legislator, what have you done? How many bills have you sponsored for us to improve our education and our health sector? How many? I challenge that legislator, if you are very, very popular, 2027, come and run under Abuja, we will fail you. You think that what happened last time will happen again? You think so? It will not happen again. If you are popular, come and run. Luckily for me, I'm the FCT minister now. So here's my territory. I'm not afraid. So people should come out and be able to accept the truth. We are not begging for anybody to be our friend. We have so many friends that we cannot even carry along. So how can we go and beg people to be our friends again? We're not interested in that. So if you are angry that people are praising us, wait. By next year, your DP level will go very high. Because the praises you will see will be too much.
Nuisance, Lele.
Did you hear that? He is asking the senator how many bills he has, she has moved to help improve education, help improve healthcare. But he himself is unable to actually talk about how much he has improved in water supply, in security, in healthcare. No, it's just all this, like thuggery, this outreach life or touting life. Oh, we'll show you. You did this the last time. You did it, you're popular. Thank God this is my territory. And you can wake up tomorrow and they will say, okay, they don't send them go the Ministry of Northeast Development Commission. All that gra. What would that then come to? Then, like I said earlier, right? He said, this is my territory. Thank God this is my territory. So people have said that, thiefnubu brought Werey Wike to Abuja so that it will help him to rig Abuja. And Werey Wike believes as well that he's playing that critical role. But Abuja people don't respond. And they said, Ireti probably is just acting weak. And I think this guy also said that that's why they don't give power to women. What the hell? But listen, this is somebody from Abuja after today's Werey Wike's utterance. I mean, what's the difference between when he was the Rivers governor? I know some of you in Rivers State will kind of be laughing at the entire people of Abuja now that, Muna keep and there. Keep and there. Me will not allow and come back to Rivers State to beg keep and there. Now, waiting we endure be that for 8 years. Abuja, keep and there. What time will tell. Listen to this guy.
It was really a disheartening episode to watch today. When I saw Wike commissioning Mabushi, flagging out Mabushi car park. Even in 21st century, where do people flag up car park? There's nowhere. It's the least of the elementary level of governance. And then in that same occasion, he was using that same occasion to bash a sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And people were applauding him. He was derogatorily making statements that will reduce the personality of that person. Governance is not about insults. Wike is boasting that because he's doing tying roads that were already tied. Some of these roads that Wike has scraped in both in Matama, and there are no roads in Nyanya, there are no roads in Karo, there are no roads in Kerisi, there are no roads in Kuba, there are no roads in Gwagwalada. Even the ones he completed were what Bello has been doing. And alone on those ones, he collected about 1.2 trillion. 1.2 trillion. It's because there's no accountability in Nigeria. That's why most people don't know what is going on. And he also collected another 98 billion naira as supplementary budget for the FCT to complete projects that have been ongoing. And we were talking about Abu Karishi. Abu Karishi road has been there even before Jonathan, before Buhari, and the road was stopped. There's no construction is not going on as we speak. Then he's talking about a senator that was elected by the people and boasting how by 2027 the person will not come back again. As if Wike would be the one to vote for the people of FCT. Wike has forgotten that before him there was Erufai who performed excellently well and was never using any words against those who were elected to represent the FCT. He never used any derogatory language against them. And yet, with all that kind of performance, FCT people as a cosmopolitan city, a metropolitan center for the Federal Capital Republic, Federal Capital Territory, they took their vote by their hand. Look at the president that have come before him, before Tinubu. How many of them have won their polling unit in the presidency? We don't know history. He's not a student of history. If not, he would know. He was a local government chairman in Rivers State. He was a governor for 8 years. He was a minister from Rivers State. But yet, he lost Obiako, his own local government, and lost Rivers State before he panicked the result. So what makes him think that by this one, he will win FCT? FCT, there are people that are intelligent voters. You think there are people who you can just come and intimidate. The way he's intimidating senators, I think I blame other senators and other House of Rep members who are not coming together, especially the opposition and the opposition from the Labour Party. They must speak with one voice. They must make a press conference and speak to Wike that Wike does not control this country. And the resources he's spending are public resources. He cannot stand on that stage, that podium, and use the same language to insult the vote that has been cast in the FCT for a senator, for a House of Rep, or for anybody. It is not acceptable in a democracy. And those who are applauding him because he's flagging up a motor park, he should go to the internet and show me where in South Africa or in Egypt where ministers are going to flag off bus stop. He should show me. These are not the ways to define that governance is working. So Wike should know that the people of the city will determine who will represent them, and it will not be through his panic beating of results or like what he did in the 2023 election. Let him just watch out. He cannot continue to speak to people without thinking that there's consequences for those actions. And President Tinubu should know that Wike presents more danger to. I really.
Brilliant, oh. It's just somebody who lives in Abuja, and guess what? I have been told that that's actually how people actually feel towards them in Abuja. They feel so powerless sometimes, and sometimes they feel like they want to fight. Yeah. Werey Wike is spending billions, hundreds of billions of naira, okay, in patching up the usual, patching up a fake project, or cutting tape in a building car park, building what do you call it? Building road to a park, building road to the EFCC. I mean, imagine going to EFCC office, and then Abuja says, the minister of Abuja says we have to construct the road leading to this your office. I don't like the road. That corner road there, we have to rebuild it. And then they bring the bill, 40 billion naira for 1 kilometer road, 2 kilometer road, that they will patch and patch. And that's what he is doing. You know, he always he uses media, okay? He will call all the media guys. Then he will sit with them. He will then be lambasting all of the people, right, who possibly are questioning him. Then he will begin to praise himself on, do you know what we are doing? Yesterday we were in Mabushi. Last night we were there, we had to commission a park. The other day we were there at renovated building inside the so market. You know what I mean? Like, but when it comes to real governance, like human development projects, so to say, they are not interested in that. No, they are not. And as for him, you lost your own local government area. They beat him. They beat thiefnubu, beat PDP, beat Werey Wike. In Rivers State, Obi Akpo, he was defeated there. Like I said earlier, they didn't win anything to make them, to make thiefnubu press idiots. But somehow, Werey Wike believes that with the same magic that they use, they're making thiefnubu press idiot, which is like they're going to write it. Now he's kind of like letting the cat out of the bag so early. He's already telling Abuja people, not only you Abuja people, the rest of you all over Nigeria, they are already telling you. You will see. We will determine who is going to come back and who is not going to come back. It's not your votes. If it's about your votes, right? That's if we allow you to vote. It's not going to say it that way, but that's practically what he's saying. And I hope you are taking note, Abby. Take a look at this story, this school, right? It is somewhere in Imo State, a primary school. In an effort to make sure that they chase them away from that place, the governor of Imo State, governor of a state, decided to remove the roofing sheet of this school, primary school, abandon them in an effort to make sure that they chase them away from that place and the land will be taken. For what? They say those who close the gates, I'll put it this way, they said those who close the school gates are automatically opening the prison gate. An example of that is this by hopeless Uzordinjo.
They told us that they are building government house annex without proper consultation, no signpost, no any agreement or arrangement between government and the landowners. At least inform the landowners, call them on a round table and inform them what they are doing here. But they didn't do it. They just came with the army and police security by fire, by force. The one that annoys us most is destruction of this ancient primary school that has produced many prominent men, doctors, engineers, governors, senators, business tycoon, many meaningful men in the society. Look at this one. This is the staff quarters. They have looted all the zinc at the back. The doors and windows at the back, they have put it out. Total destruction of Mbareke Primary School, which is very, very bad. Very, very appalling. Very, very appalling. Who does that? Nigeria is practicing democracy, government of the people, by the people and for the people, which shows whatever government is doing must be in benefit of the citizenry. But what exactly, especially Moba, is seeing now is opposite side of it. Too bad.
This in Mbareke Primary School zinc, all vandalized.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that.
Imagine a government demolishing a school, but before the demolition, the school actually was supposed to resume like others. So it's like an active school. It's not abandoned school yet, oh. But the last 3 days, a lot happened that the children from that school would have to go and look elsewhere to continue their education, courtesy of the state governments. So the land the school was built on was donated by the community. The community built the school, from what I heard, before government took it over. Then from last week, the people of that community received strange visitors, soldiers, police, and so many others in their community. And the target was the school community, the community school. They told scavengers that the government is about to demolish the school to build an extension of the government house. So everything in the school is a fair game. That's why the last video you saw, those are scavengers who are like taking out the roofing sheets, taking out all of the zinc there to be sold as scraps. So they send scavengers to loot the school, while the children possibly have to like run away and get away from them. And then during the weekend, they brought in their caterpillars and the rest of that, right? And they demolished the remaining structure, graded the part they want to. The community that donated the land, they were never consulted that they were taking over their land. That one is happening in Imo State. Now, if you are one of the policemen in Nigeria, I heard though that some of them prefer to be posted to Lagos. Lagos is very okay. But maybe this story will change your mind. It's the same everywhere, but this one is coming from Lagos. A police officer whose life has been turned upside down. In fact, we'll come back to the police officer. First, let's go to this. Sorry if you don't understand the Yoruba, okay? I would advise I will plead with all of us who understand the Yorubas to please help me interpret it as you can, okay? While this video plays, right? For those who don't understand Yoruba very well. But it is about an actor, a Nigerian actor, as well as an MC too, event MC, a very popular guy. Man, I've not seen his face for years. He used to be one of my favorite comedians, TV personality. Lawori. How many of you here remember Lawori? Lawori said he was at an event where he was working as an MC of a program, of an event. So while there, acknowledging people that were coming in, you know, the way the Yoruba MC, the way they do it at parties, you know, crack jokes, acknowledge a guest and all of that. He was doing his job until somebody came to call him. Somebody came to him and told him, Kokozaria, MC Olueron's deputy, the Lagos Agberos, the local terrorists in our land, Yoruba land, called on him, and then he walked straight to his table. What happened next? I could barely remember, as he only opened his eyes again on the hospital bed. Hospital bed or the ER. Don't worry, listen, I'll come back and tell you more.
Kiti gbé gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà pápátá adema gbére fún àti jẹ tí mo lè nira o. Ẹyẹ o gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà gbà mí o. Gbogbo ọmọ Àwórì lílé lóko ẹyẹ gbà mí. Fídíò yẹn jọ mo fọlọ́run bá bẹ̀ gbogbo yín pápátá ẹ bá mi share fídíò yìí. Ẹ bá mi share fídíò yìí. Mo fẹ́ kí ọkùnrin àti obìnrin mo fẹ́ kó rí fídíò nítorí n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi ní on the 25th of June ní Tuesday tó kọjá yìí kò sẹ́ni ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Orí mi rè mi ò ní experience ìwé ẹ̀rí láyé mi. Mo wà lórí stage gẹ́gẹ́ bí master of ceremony. Mo ń ṣe program lọ́wọ́. Ni mo dédé rí ọ̀gbẹ́ni kan tó wá bá mi lórí stage tó ní wọ́n ń pè mí. Mo ní ta ló ń pè mí? Wọ́n ní Kokozaria. Kokozaria. Mo bá gbé máìkì sílẹ̀ fún kan náà àwọn tàbí ọ̀ṣẹ́ MC. Mo bá gbà ọ̀dọ̀ Kokozaria lọ. Bí mo ṣe déwájú Kokozaria, mo débẹ̀ káàkiri. Ìgbà tí Kokozaria máa sọ̀rọ̀, Kokozaria sọ kéwu. Ṣé mi ò ráwọn bí ni? Ó dá ẹ má bínú. Tí bá dé orí stage nsìn, máa ṣe correction. Mo wá ń gbọ́ ẹnìkan tó ń sọ pé ṣé Lawori mi? Wọ́n ní Lawori mi. Ìgbàgbọ́ tèmi ni pé ẹni yẹn ò mọ̀ mí, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rí mi for the first time. Bí ṣe ń bá Kokozaria sọ̀rọ̀ tí máa tọ́nù báyìí, bàbá ẹ̀ náà mú go màtẹ́ tó wọ́n wájú àwọn Kokozaria ni. Ìgò màtẹ́ ó bò mọ́ mi lórí mi. Gbáà! I was wet with my blood and I lost consciousness. In fact, ibikíbi tí gbogbo ẹ máa lọ tẹ́ máa fọwọ́ ara yín gbé mọ́tò yín débẹ̀ tó wáyé pọ̀ máa gbé yín délé ni Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́ lọ́bẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ ṣàánú mi. Mi ò mẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí mo ṣẹ̀ o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi. Kokozaria ló rán ni wá pè mí o. Inú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni mo bá dé hospital. Mi ì mọ bí ṣe dé hospital rárá. Ìgbà tí mo dé hospital, nǹkan tí mo máa rí ni pé wọ́n rán orí mi. Brain mi wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní padà bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní padà bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní padà bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Mi ì lè sọ̀rọ̀, mo kàn ń wò sùn báyìí ni. Láti gbà yẹn mi ì lè sùn. Orí mi máa wú. A máa fà mí, mi kì í lè sùn mọ́jú. Ibi MC ni mo ti ń rí jẹ, tí mo ti ń rí mu, tí mo fi ń feed àwọn family mi. Nígbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe irú eléyìí mi ní lè jáde mú ẹ̀rù á máa bà mí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi o. Gbogbo Àwórì lápapọ̀ ẹ má sùn. Ẹ yí ẹ gbà mí o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó gbẹ̀mí mi lílù mi o. Mi mẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí mo ṣẹ̀ o. Ẹ gbà mí lọ́wọ́ Kokozaria o. Mi mẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí mo ṣẹ̀ o. Ẹ gbà mí lọ́wọ́ Kokozaria o. Ẹ gbà mí o. Ẹ wà tarí mi o. Èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mi ò tó èyí tí kú dé o. Mo ná mọ. Mo níyàwó tó ẹgbẹ́ mi lọ́lọ́run ní kí ti gbé o gbogbo.
That should be somebody who is not just anybody. He is an actor. And I'm talking about a veteran actor. Something that you can possibly think will give you a bit of a privilege, a little bit of respect. No, not in that contraption. Nobody is spared. So now here is the story. That man is an actor. Like I was saying, right? He was working as the master of ceremony, MC, at an event. Then this chief thug, Kokozaria, sent somebody to call him. And the first question he asked him was, did you not see us here? Which means they've been seated, but he didn't acknowledge them. So while he was just, I'm so sorry. I will make correction once I get back to the stage. I will make correction. I'm really, really sorry. Then he said he heard one of them asked that, is that Lawori? And another person answered that, yeah, that's him. That's Lawori. Lawori, he said, yeah, that's him. Then he just picked up the bottle of Mattel. Do you know how thick the bottle of Mattel is? How very thick, right? Just pick up the bottle of Mattel that they are drinking there. Pow! On his head. And he just collapsed. That's it. He said he was soaked in his own blood. So the only time he woke up was when they were stitching that head. And he said that was the time he started kind of regaining consciousness, little by little, little by little. And since they have done that to him, he has not been himself. He's been unable to sleep. He's been unable to actually, he's been in pains. That's an actor. That kind of assault would not only lead to the arrest of the person who broke that bottle on his head. It will actually ensure that because it's an attempted murder. It's manslaughter. Attempted murder. That's an attempted murder. You are not fighting, nothing. But that is what the contraption is. Do you know where the actor do you know where the actor goes to seek help? Social media. Nigeria, Joe. Please, Nigeria, help me. This is what I use to feed my family. This guy has been making movies. I'm talking about blockbuster movies. But they are part of the generation that pirates destroyed them, destroyed all of their hard work. They are supposed to be actors, but they are poor. When I say poor, I mean, you are an actor, you are a producer, producing your own movies. That should set you for life, but not in Nigeria, unfortunately. So he's one of them. He has no power, he has no leverage, he has no public clout, he has no real connection. He's an actor. He had to come to social media to say, Nigeria, I don't want to be going out and then be scared. I don't want to be afraid. This is how I feed my family. Please, what do you want us to do? Lawori, to beg Kokozaria, please, please leave Lawori alone. And Kokozaria, please forgive Lawori. Kill me. I don't get Lawori. Who is Lawori? You know, so no, Baba, Kokozaria, sorry, sir. Or what? The next thing you are going to see, you will see the Lawori, you will see Kokozaria. They will be making video. It's all set to. We are all the same, Baba. We are the same. I said, I do Kokozaria. Kokozaria, that same man, you will soon see a video where he's going to say, we should thank Kokozaria. They've settled it. An actor got assaulted, almost killed. And you and I are just hearing that on social media from the actor, begging us to please help him or protect him from Kokozaria. He has no idea what he did. Hey, Joe. Then just you. And say you are a proud Nigerian, You, that is just a fair game, just a fair game statistic. Proud Nigeria. When I watched that clip, honestly speaking, I really, really, really felt bad for him. Because that's it. He's never going to get any help. They're just going to kind of make it around like whatever he suffered, maybe now God just want make him come closer to Kokozaria. The next day, you say Kokozaria don't buy him car. You go see it on Instagram. You will see it on TikTok. Then the next day, they say everybody move on. Like Yashukudi. Remember? The next thing you will see a video of Kokozaria. I know they did at all. I don't even know that anybody is called Lawori, eh? Now. Well, what is all this? All my enemies want to spoil my name. You will see videos, and you see others. They will make videos and tell you that, hey, I knew it. I knew it. The Kokozaria where I know, you know if you do that kind of thing. I knew that Lawori was lying inside that same contraption. That was how the whole assault is going to die. And Lawori, well, you really need a proper, medical care. That thing, yeah. And whatever they put together and all of that. This one that you said, after the OT, you are feeling like the head. That's why he said, after the whole operations and all of that stitches, right? He couldn't sleep because of pain, okay? So he said that the whole head, that's why he said the whole head, right? He said his head is always like a swelling. He will be feeling like his head is kind of like a swelling like that. Now I'll tell you something, brain damage and other things. I don't know, maybe then do MRI scan and the rest of that too. But if you really want to live long, Lawori, and you don't want to live in such a pain that in another few months they will now tell us that Lawori So the Awori people all over the world, if you actually knows how to help him, Yorubas generally, all of them now will be say you are into all these celebrities, that, and the rest of that. This is my own piece of advice. Seek justice for that guy. I know he won't get it. Also seek help for him. That head, we didn't break Martel on top. We open up enough that he passed out. That's an attempted murder. Sticking it together, I don't think. Man. It should be on some level of a medication, proper medical check for the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, until they will certify him as healthy. But look at him there. He's never going to get that. He will have to heal on his own. You have to heal on your own. There are other damages that I want you to pay attention to. That one is physical. There is other damages he suffers. That is not physical. It's psychological. He will keep wondering. Like he said, he prayed. He said, I pray that you will never drive yourself to a place whereby they would have to carry you back to your house. Almost dead. Now, to him, for the rest of his life, that PTSD of what happened to him will live with him. And you and I probably would never understand what that means for somebody like him. Now, that is his own Nigeria has happened to him, happened to him that way. PTSD for forever. That is psychological. There are others that they are psychologically damaging. They will psychologically damage people they recruit. The recruits they recruited into their police, their military. They will psychologically damage them. They will can't give them guns to start hunting you down. They say officers shoot. Which kind of frustration could make somebody fire gun at an Okada rider because of 50 naira? If it is not mental health problem. Now, if you do want to know how they raise lunatics and give them guns with a black cloth and call them police in Nigeria, here is one. This is not physical. This is psychological. Imagine somebody trained or operating or existing in this kind of condition. Then he has a gun and you are there, right? Driving this your baby boy car. Oh, Yahooze, Yahooze, Yahooze. An officer from this Nigeria Police College, Nigeria posting, is with a gun. He's looking at you and be like, I'll go kill you there. Give me money. And you say, okay, I don't get money. I know they pay bribe to a police officer. Automatically, they will go into a rage, a murderous rage. How do you think that comes by? Because they have been psychological. It's like you have lunatics with guns. One of them made a video. They go soon arrest them if they never arrest this one. Oh. He made a video to show to the rest of you what it is like as a police officer, even in Lagos. And those are the people you are expecting to come and protect you. Tell me how. Officer.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I want to use this media to inform the House, people in assembly platform, to really tell you that where we are being posted, no good ventilation, no toilet, no good water, and where we are living, since rain started, we have been mobbing. Anytime rain falls, we doesn't have rest. We will mob until the rain stop. Even when the rain stop, we'll still be mobbing. Where to stay, we don't have. Even the place to our own area where we live, this is the abandoned upstairs. No roof, and as soon as the rain is falling, the old water will be dripping down straight to the distance. And this is the opportunity to dress, and this is my name, Iyua Emmanuel. I want you to know that they had me, Super Boniface Zebedee. At the time you call him, he will be insulting you. The moment you just talk to him, he will seize your allowance. He will say they are post you there, anything you like. You want to spoil Asco beat, this is the beat Asco. Estate, swampy area, abandoned upstairs where they kept us. You will see now. I'm coming down from the steps. Look at water everywhere. Look at water. Swamp. This is what we follow to our house. Look at it. We'll be moving. Pulling our shoes. Look at it. Water. Pull our shoes and our trousers and our uniform. This is what we follow to our place. We'll be dragging ourselves, managing to come and see where we live. Please, sir, I want the house. I want Azumile himself. Anybody who lay on this particular clip should look at it critically. If really I'm telling lies. And now I'm going inside now for you to come and see that this is what we are passing through in Lagos, Lakwe area. And this is Lagos, Lekki Beju. Sir, I want you people to be watching. Just take pains to watch so that you will not say, we want to close Asco beat. Look at the area. Look at the area. Swamp everywhere. Look at water. This is the area we are living in. No good ventilation. Look at it. Bush everywhere. No good ventilation. This is the abandoned upstairs. So that tomorrow, they are me with God base that he has mentioned my name in base. That they called me in a meeting where I told them that you are seizing our allowance. Why are you seizing our allowance? You said you have every right to seize the allowance. Nobody questioned the authority that the CEO is aware of what you are doing in Lagos. This is where we live. Look at that. No water. This is the soccer way for the house. The water that is inside is what we are using to take our bed. No good water. The abandoned upstairs. Now our room now since yesterday we are not even slept. Nowhere to stay. Oh yeah, come. This is where we live. Everywhere. Look at it. This is now look at room now. Look at it. This pocket since yesterday we have built 4 out of the room, and now if you watch me now you see we want to start building water. You listen me? Look at it, I'm very water. With my uniform, look at it. I want everybody to be aware so that tomorrow you will not say, I want to close the pit. If you call your name, Super Boniface Germany, they will be insulting you, telling you you don't know what you are doing. Now, This is where I live or where I live. Where they say they post me. This is where I live. And now how can you imagine the mobile man? Look at clothes. Look at my clothes. I've been bombing since yesterday. Look at my phone. Wet. Look at it. I'm taking outside. Look at it, phone. I'm taking it outside. Every day, look at it. If there's some, I'll go. Look at it, phone. I'll bring it out. I want to dry it. Since yesterday, the phone has wet. I want to dry it. We don't know what we are doing. We want to close that scope bit. Can you just imagine, please? House, what do you want me to say now? Because when we are saying it, base will not listen to us. Can you just see where we are living? And at the end of the day, he will be seizing our allowance. When you call him, he will be insulting you. He will not come and take place to come and check where the personnel that is doing this job are living. Can you just imagine us look the way we are now? Please, I want you people to use this opportunity. I'm using this opportunity to tell the House, to tell assembly personnel, the office. Hello, good.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Chai! Wahala dey o. Wahala dey.
Officer, what do you want us to do? Help me share this. Help me share this. What is a police officer doing in an abandoned building other than they posted him there to be protecting the land? He probably had no clue the owner, but they told him they will pay him more. Extra allowance. Supo Francis, I've been waiting in court the superintendent of Supo. Okay, if you have any extra job for us, so because this police job, no, say this police job, no, too they pay. Okay, if you get any gig for us, so we have a gig, they go pay you 250,000 a month. But it top small. Sure, you go just go there. You go the guide one land. Yeah, you stay there. 250,000 a month. Say, okay, officer, we will do that. They know they pay them. They say if they call officer, if they call Supo know they pick call. If he pick call, they abuse them. Nigerian police officer, he leave the police post. Somebody was supposed they work as a street community patrol policeman. They don't need gun. Just take them 2 police officers. Instead of them having to become special security guard, may guard for those who are fighting over land, may guard for those who are fighting over properties. They are always there for hire. And they will endure anything. They will pay us more. Our police salary now 45,000. This one talk say we will get 250,000. I get to picking for university. This money go pay for them. Police officer, they go come go buy small home, come go they live in uncompleted building. As they no pay them, they say they want close and down. It is like before they close us down, these people don't pay us. Look at where we are living. How can they do this to us? Now they say they want to close us down. Police officer no one go back station. That's why you watch that video, ladies and gentlemen. So today there was a news of a helicopter crash. I have been looking for pieces of information I could get, okay? But I couldn't really get much on it. The helicopter that they said crashed in Kaduna, the NAF helicopter. Well, the government of thiefnubu came out to deny it. They said, no, it's not helicopters. It's not an helicopter that crashed. It was a drone. Instead of me getting answers, right, to if helicopter crashed or helicopter no crash, I didn't get any answer but more questions. The breaking news was an helicopter crashed. Oh, so sorry. Did people survive or they died? While we were waiting, on Ofunuga, the long throat, Bayo on Ofunuga, then came out and said a drone crashed. Martinelli, Shebi, drone is sort of like controlled. Okay, this is the problem, right? I keep asking more questions, okay? And I didn't have much time to actually research. The few things I found out was that drones don't just crash, except if the control is hacked or somebody deliberately press, go and crash. Like, just go and bomb a wrong target so that it can crash. Drone is computer controlled. Do you understand? It is not, or should I say military drones. They can stay in the cloud for days, for months, and I think for years too, right? Good. Now, drones are unmanned aircraft or plane. Yes, unmanned means nobody is flying it. It is being flown remotely. Sure you get. I can sit down here and I can control a drone in Australia. Yeah. You can sit down right there somewhere in Washington and you can be controlling a drone in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Papa, I'm on 24 hours now. They want to drone will crash. Who press them? But when they told us that the Zungeru power plant has been bombed, I had to quickly start digging about it. Because sometimes when I tell you things, let me say this again. When I come on to my Egun's Diary Political, right? And I present things I have found, the actions of your criminal leaders, their inactions and other stuff. When I put all this information together, it is easier for me to predict what is going to be the outcome. Not me wishing that bad thing happens to you or happen to Nigeria. It is not in my control. And maybe it is not totally, completely in your own control, except for those of you who are enabling them. See, when you have bad governance and then a corrupt rogues in charge of that, so you would expect a lot of cutting corners. And the moment you begin to cut corners, then you will expect a lot of collapses in that system. You can't cut corners these days. At least you should have something substantially to say, oh, we've got this, right? And then we don't have that. So yeah, okay, well, we don't have the rest. So maybe we should cut corners and just, you shouldn't even cut corners. It has to be 100% or nothing. But Nigeria is a place where they keep cutting corners. And there will always be accidents. But the thing is, when those accidents happen, they are not all accidents. They are just disasters waiting to happen. So when I heard this story of an explosion in Zungeru, the explosion in Borno State 2 days ago, where 6 people died, including a soldier. God. Are this guy also back for real? Is the bombing back? I hope this is not true. Fair enough. It wasn't an explosion. In fact, there was no explosion in Zungeru. If you have seen the news anywhere, well, it is not true. There are those who are there when the news broke. And they made videos to share with us. And I'm sharing that with you. What was Zungeru like today? This is what it was like. This is a power station that is one of those hydroelectric power plants generating, I think, about 600 or so megawatts of electricity for Nigeria. Nigeria has suffered greatly from disruptive elements who have been bombing the power, the power infrastructures, especially up north. Shiroro is a dam, and they have bombed many of the connecting power cables that brings, generated power from Shiroro by the Boko Haram terrorists. So you don't want to hear about Zungeru, where a country of 200 million people that used to generate over 8,000 megawatt electricity as at 2015, before these locusts took over Nigeria. And then in a space of 9 years, Nigeria national grid collapsed 267 times. And not just that, the generated electricity in Nigeria dropped. Nigeria that was bragging of generating 8,600 megawatts of electricity in 2015 and distributing over 5,000 megawatts of electricity at the same time, that country is now generating less than 5,000 megawatts of electricity due to the disruption and destruction of some of their infrastructures, though, right? Now, they are distributing less than 2,500 megawatts of electricity. 9 years after they were almost bragging of generating 50,000. It never happened, right? So the country has declined so much. Hearing the news that there's another explosion at one of their power plants is not really a good news, but it won't be shocking. So the fact that they were able to debunk it, truly, well, it's a relief. Now take a look at Zungeru today. There was no explosion there, and nobody got injured. No attack, no nothing. Here.
Yeah, this is live in Zungeru. We're seeing the reservoir. This is the reservoir in Zungeru Hydro Power Plant. We're on top of the dam crest. We're seeing part of the civil structure. Seeing the west end and the east end. You see some people there. We're looking downstream the structure. There is the switchyard. You can see the switchyard. We can see the switchyard there. The place is calm, safe, and peaceful. You can see at the background the stores. In blue there, we see the stores. We see the mechanical workshop beside the stores. We can see up on the hill there, the blue warehouse. It's also fine, no problem. Above the stores there, you see the Chinese camp. And then up, we see the ER camp, where we stay. We can see the labor camp at the far background there. Everybody's fine. There's no problem. I shift this side to show the powerhouse. We're seeing the blue roofing of the powerhouse. You see vehicles parked, you see persons going about doing their normal job. You can see the discharge of the plant. You see the spillway side. You can see everywhere. And then even if you look into the foreground, the background, you can see the hills and the highlands there. Nothing seems happening. Things are fine. So it's not true that there was an explosion in Zungeru. Let's go about doing our normal jobs. God be with us. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Abdul Hakim Ali Udogo from Zungeru Hydro Power Plant. Today is Monday, the 1st of July 2024. Time now is 3:22. As you can see, this is switchyard, the TCN switchyard at the Zungeru Hydro Power Plant. As you can see, the vicinity everywhere is fine, no any explosion. Work is going on very fine. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. This is Abdul Hakim Ali Udogo again. Today is Monday, the 1st of July 2024. Time now is 3:28. We are currently at the dam crest. As you can see, this is the powerhouse. We are currently operating 3 machines and they are all on grid working. This is a switchyard, this TCN switchyard, where they transmit the electricity being generated. As you can see, everywhere is calm. There is no any explosion around Zungeru Hydro Power Plant as at today, the Monday, the 1st of July 2024. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, so that's a relief. Okay, so the plant is being managed by the Chinese engineers brought all the way from China. Okay. And the report initially was that one of them was injured. That never happened. I just thought we should put that or leave that out there. Okay. So I am going to wrap it up that way. Okay. And we will take calls tonight. But first, we'll take a break. So if you're still here with us tonight, do us that one single favor, like the broadcast before you leave if you have to. But if you really want to be part of it further, the number is on your screen. You should use it. And I will be back in a minute.
Pàtàkì tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ kẹtàlélógún títí di ọjọ́ karùndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ 23 to 25 of August ní ọdún 2024 tàwa yìí náà ní Lagos kọ̀ọ̀sán èyí tí ó wáyé ní ìlú Glasgow ní orílẹ̀-èdè Scotland United Kingdom fún àṣà àti ìṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí náà ni olè tí wá lè ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yìí ebó lẹ̀ ń wò lójú amóhùnmáwòrán.
Are you still there? Hello.
Hello, Mr. Migrant, I'm still here.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
So sorry, I actually took the call so early, but I'm glad you stayed, right? We probably may never get you back on. How are you today, sir?
Yeah. I'm good. This is Adiola from the Netherlands.
Adiola, it's been a while.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, I think the last time I spoke on this program, I mentioned something. I said, no matter what you do to Nigerians, they would never come out for protest. Like, they would never condemn this government. I said this thing. You know, it was like a joke that no revolution. Yeah, I said no revolution will ever happen. Right? We want it to happen. You know, we want things to change, but the way things are, I don't just see it happening. You know, I followed the program yesterday. That video, that interview that Seun Baloye conducted, where that man was talking about 80 SUVs, S-Class, you know, that's enough to trigger people. If $65 billion stolen cannot trigger Nigeria, what else? And I listened to somebody saying, "Oh, if Very Dark Man got arrested yesterday, APC released him because of, you know, they felt he's gonna see this." Yeah, I listened to what that guy said, but he doesn't know what's going on. I'm sorry to say. See, there's nothing that's gonna happen. Very Dark Man is inconsequential in the scheme of things. Okay, and that dude, I find it funny that the Nigerian youth are taking him serious. Because to me, he's not an activist. That's number one.
Okay.
And he's okay. You know, I'm going to base this based on points, right? He said he's fighting for the poor, right? He's helping people to recover money, right? And still, he's chilling with the same rich people that is condemning. He said Obi Kubana is, instead of creating jobs, is sponsoring bitters, creating bitters, giving people alcohol to drink and all. But still, you're chilling with Kubana Chief Priest, you're chilling with Davido, and you came out publicly. You said you would never condemn the likes of Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy. And you and I, we sit down here, we know what these guys are doing. We know how they influence cultism all over Nigeria as of today. The reason why youth are getting into cultism is because of these top celebrities right now. And they show it openly. You know that, I know that. So why can't they condemn that? If you say you're a true activist, you came out publicly, you said that Tinubu is the greatest politician ever. And he knows how he won the elections. Very Dark Man, the video is there. You can go check it out.
Right.
He said yes, he said it. So I don't know. So he feels we're all stupid. You understand? He wants to be good on the political elite side of things, so that he has connects.
Cherry picking.
Yes, like others.
You know,
yes, so that they can call.
Who they think is bad and who is bad more. Who is bad not that bad? Who is
exactly.
Bad not, you know that? Okay, I get it.
Exactly. So they can call him tomorrow, just like they did with Naira Marley, so that he can serve as an influence on the youth to say, oh, you know, we know this person is representing EFCC, you know, just giving that recognition, that validation to show that he is also part of, you know, government per se. That's what he wants. So he's not fighting for Nigerians, he's not fighting for you.
By this assessment, could it be because
I know
you don't like his style, right?
No, I like his style.
Right. No, go on. I'm just asking you because this is, see, you've expressed yourself.
I just want
the way you put it, right? But this is just saying, what if that's just how you feel and you're wrong? Like, have you ever see it that way?
I don't feel like I'm wrong because I have followed this guy from TikTok when he had just 30,000 followers. I knew how he started and where and how things changed and how it changed along. You understand? I know him.
My own second question is, just because you start the combo around it, so sure you get me now. Like, why should anybody meet a very dark man, right, to either motivate them or influence them on making their political decisions? Like, do you think that is anything real? Like, somebody like that is somebody that can actually influence people, right, to politically to the line of APC. Like, do you think it has gotten that bad that a very dark man is an influence that could help political this or that? Like, is it that bad in your own view?
Yes, I strongly think so, because if if you followed Nigeria, I know you'll be following Nigerians, obviously.
But I don't follow everything. I don't know if you know everything now. You are just bringing something to me. You see that I'm as curious as some too, right? And I don't want to put it to you as if to say, oh, you are. I'm just asking, like, what if the way you see it is probably like not as what it is, and then your judgment is a lot like others too, that you are wrong.
Yeah. So he has that influence because Nigerian youths, most of them, some of them, they don't have this sort of independent thinking. Some of them cannot think the way you and I are thinking, doing analysis about things. Some of them, they need somebody to tell them how to think, what to do. You know, some of them, they just, based off of what. See, if you go to their notification,
or following the crowd, kind of
following the crowd. You understand me? So they don't care.
Mentality.
Exactly. They feel like if their opinion is different from what everybody thinks, they automatically think that, oh, maybe there's something wrong with them. But no, you might actually be the correct person, especially in that country, Nigeria. You might be the correct person amongst so many others, just the way that if you follow today not very well, if you go to his page, you will see the followers, supporting anything he does. But you and I know that beneath all these things, giveaway as well influences these things, influence decision. So for very dark man, they feel like because it's recovery money, ask yourself this question. You went for a party, right? You started calling, you came, that's something immature to do, for crying out loud. You came back on TV and started calling out somebody else's guests from the party, telling them that they didn't get invited, and you yourself.
Don't get me wrong, right? You're pissed off by that act, right? Like you are pissed off. Like, how could somebody be so petty and be like that, right? Like you are pissed off with that attitude, right?
Yeah.
That automatically just made you feel like, how do people now mile around somebody like this, right? When bigger stuffs are happening in the country. So could that actually be coming from that area? Like, say, anyway, you know what, Adiola? I hope other people are going to pick on that too, okay? Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah. I don't really care if people are taking him serious based off of that. But what I have a problem with,
distract them, and we all know what that means in the general scheme of things. I get you.
Exactly. So I just want to put that out there. But when it comes to let me just quickly say a few things. Wike and what he's doing, right? I saw this. Wike is just somebody who is weak. He's a weak man. Before the election, last election, he was shouting, "You want power to come to the south? You want power?" Meanwhile, you had two southern contesting these two southern contesting for election, but he decided to go with the worst person. Why? Because he felt that Peter Obi will never get up to 6 million votes that he had in that election. He didn't see it coming. And then he supported Tinubu, and then he realized later, and he knows that he fought with Atiku already, and he doesn't want Atiku to become president because he knows what is at stake for him. So now that he has access to power, he feels like he can do a lot, but he doesn't know one thing. When these Northerners start to deal with Tinubu, they started bombing and things like that. I know these things. Yorubas, I don't want to put Yorubas, but the APC rascals, right? They will choose side. They'll say, "Oh, the North is coming for a Southern president now," and all that. They want to make it a Yoruba versus North fight,
Everybody will now be looking for the people that are blamed for Nigeria problems.
They will now start having pity for Tinubu that, oh, Tinubu, just because he wants to be president, they want to remove him.
He's a Yoruba.
It's against Yoruba, they want to remove him. Exactly. We have a long way to go, but
thank you. So, okay, and it's such a pleasure hearing from you again, man. Right?
Thank you.
Okay. And that's Adiola, ladies and gentlemen. So I have another caller though. Yeah. Hello. Or did I miss you? Did I get you or did I miss you? I'm sorry. I think that's the network. So I'll just take another one. Hello.
Hello, Mayegun Baba. Yeah, BJ again calling from London, Baba.
BJ.
Yes, Baba.
It's been a while for yourself too, Baba. How you doing, man?
Baba, I called in this afternoon.
And how you? That was my last call.
Yeah.
So this is probably
yeah.
time you've been on the evening parts as well.
Evening, yeah. The afternoon, sometimes if I'm on
the road today. So
yeah, Baba. Baba, yeah, fine, Baba. Baba, please, it might not be the main topic, but as in what is going on in Nigeria now, it is the main topic now, about all this game, Z and the youth and everything, about this very dark man or, So, Baba, this is what I want to chip in. Baba, for them to be saying that they should be bound down for billionaire, Baba, millionaire, Davido, oh my Jegalo to me for 1 month, Baba, 1 month. Davido be Jegalo to me, Baba, because like let us assume Malaye son today he started singing and he blew up and he started making his money through music. Oh, will be Malaye, Baba. Oh, will be which money? Is it not Nigerian money? Okay, why? It seems Nigerians don't know that the Adeleke, it seems one of their Davido's father's brother, one senator, he died, in Oshun, if I'm right.
They call out that time. Sherubawan.
And it seems Adeleke, and the one that is the governor in Osun State too, is Adeleke as well. So, as in, but all these Nigerian youth and Gen Z have thought that it seems that because of that Davido, they are distracted that Davido says is part of this game. Davido says now oppressor. When he finish, when he carry him jet, if you don't japa, all of them for Nigeria that they see Nigeria, they are still inside Nigeria suffering. This mentality of someone is a billionaire, a millionaire, we need to scrap it away from this mentality. Elder people, we need to bow down for elder. We need to scrap this type of this mentality. It can't take us forward at all. Elder don't help anybody. All our politicians in Nigeria today, they are elder. They are not doing anything for us. They are not thinking about our future. So, and this proverb that Romani Agbawan Lomode Jenny, Owo Werey Wike, in 2024. Exactly. Agbawan Lomode Jenny, Tomode ba ṣe àgbàlagbà, tágbàlagbà bá ṣe ọmọdé náà ló máa ó gbọ́dọ̀ bẹ̀bẹ̀. This type of mentality can't take us forward at all. We need to change this type of mentality in Nigeria.
Responsibilities for their actions, okay? Whether you are a billionaire or a thousandaire, right? There's something about humanity. You live here, right, Baba? You know how they run things, okay? So we have been here for a while. Like you said this afternoon, you meet a billionaire, you won't even know, okay? Meanwhile, whatever that billionaire wants to have, you don't even need a billion to have them too. You want cars, you want nice houses, you want this or that. There's an opportunity for you to have them, okay, than what we have in Nigeria. But in Nigeria is a place where money, they say money speaks, bullshit work. That's what they say. And that is why people worship money. It's unfortunate to it's already.
Baba, they are really worshiping money now, like. But in Nigeria, they know the latest car in Nigeria. Even more than we that live in abroad, they know the latest car. All of them want to buy mansion. All of them, they are all thinking about money. Baba, this West we are living, it's not about being rich. It's about peace of mind. It's like I know how much I receive from my salary. I'm not looking. If I want to be rich, I have to work more harder.
If you want
but they don't even have this.
Either go and get extra skills, or you have to work hard.
Exactly. They don't even have this peace of mind. And it's being packed. This type of mentality.
Yellow wrong. You have a place where people are always praying to be like that person, because if you know this man's story before, he was a poor man. Everybody know him now. In the ride, almost nothing like this. He just eats money. They don't know that probably they've used him to launder money in a way. And somehow, right?
Exactly.
They are not putting in our head or in our system when we are growing, right? This one is also a factor.
Yeah.
You realize that they actually weren't training us on how to create wealth. Tell me throughout your primary school and secondary school, right? Tell me once or twice you can remember if they actually practically put you in a class to teach you, all right, how to you know, how to raise money for a business, what type of business, communication around how to actually raise wealth. Rather, they were teaching us on how to read and write so that we can go and work as say in the ministry, government building or that. You can go and look for a job. Remember? So now, in that kind of a system where we have no real empowerment. So what then they also, majority of us when we now left school, they started teaching us more that prayers can be answered. So a lot of people started investing more in prayer that maybe if they pray hard, their helper will come.
Exactly.
Blah, 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 blah. So from that moment, some of us started dreaming of how we're going to drive Lamborghini. Because we've heard that rich people drive like Lamborghini. We're going to have a house in Lekki, but we have no idea of how to create a wealth that can buy us Lamborghini, that can build us mansions. So prayer and then quick cuts, unfortunately. BJ.
Yeah, Baba, I want all the youth to know that all the celebrities in Nigeria, they are not your friends at all. They also work with the politicians, including the pastor. They work hand to hand. All the celebrities, when campaign come, you all see them. They'll be the one campaigning for the politicians. Yeah. So and also, Baba, and this afternoon again, I saw a comment about when this Edo, like the language, and I picked a comment. Yeah. And like somebody made a comment like, what about the Edo? Like, if they want to divide Nigeria, will they go with the Igbo, the Yoruba, or like? Say, I just want them to. We need a referendum, amateur referendum. If that time comes, So, yeah, exactly. Baba, Malta is not up to 1 million. Baba, Estonia, Latvia. So those who can, if they decide to have their own country, they made them as a country. Baba, tí kò máa ń ṣe wípé hypocrite gan làwọn tó pera wọn ní Nigerians, Baba. Ọmọ lọ school ní Lithuania, ọmọ lọ school ní Estonia, ọmọ lọ school ní Latvia. Exactly. And Emo and this country.
Triggered when we now talk about having your own country in Nigeria, and you want to cut us.
Baba, if I'm even, do you even know that if I'm even trying to educate them to all this about we should go our separate, they will say tribalism. Like I'm a tribal, you try to gaslight me. Like you are tribal this and tribal that. They don't even want to hear it at all. At all. But they are only good to be defending their oppressor.
Thank you so much.
All right, Baba. Yeah. Take care, Baba.
Again, yeah. So BJ has been on a roll today, and this is the second time we are talking. There is another caller. Hello.
Hello, my Baba.
Hey, you mother.
My Baba.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, my good brother. How are you? How is that baking?
We are very well too.
How was it? Thank you for your good job, Jerry Baba. We everybody in Nigeria, Baba. Everybody now mad people. Baba, everybody TV. Baba.
Inside all this chaos, Baba.
Baba, nígbà tí èèyàn máa gun mọ́tò 40-50 million naira lórí títì tí ò dáa, lórí ọ̀nà tí ò dáa, tán máa tẹ̀hàn, tán máa pariwo, ẹ wá ní everybody òyì lórí everybody na mad people for Nigeria. Baba, concern very dark man or very light man. Baba, see that interview of that man. Some African countries, both past and present leaders, or let's say ruler, politicians, as it is enough here, say they thief that money. One person get that kind inside one house. They no fit prosecute them, nothing happen, everything just died down like that, and then they listen to all those things. Baba, àwọn èèyàn òde yá sí títì ń pé àbúrò orí burúkú làwọn pípò yìí. Ẹ ti bá wa jẹ́ tán náà. Kí ló tún kù? Nothing like that. To that, my brother will call, we talk, say there will be no protest. I agree with him. Nobody go come and protest. Bonikalu ko se mama gbegbe aye were niyen. I dey tell you, my egbe peko. I dey tell you, go mark calm down. You understand me? One my uncle, they Nigerian, they come back tomorrow. He build us for a Ikorodu side. For Gbogbo. You know what he tell me? Yesterday night, he called me on video call. He saying go one nearby John for his area. He just put on for video call. He say, Baba say. And so I some pay ya jam. She ya jam bye. Say everywhere na party, them block road everywhere. La no Sunday. No borrow le Maliano. Say even joints when they won't carry and go self. Say make I self everywhere full. You understand me? Say they come they talk. Say ya jam. You know what my uncle tell me? Say ya uti jam. Baba me I dey talk calm. They never suffer. If then see, Tia ever do laragon, they no go remember, and they no go take their data. They watch very dark man or very light man or very stupid man. Don't know if it. Nkoton mafi data won't listen to me. Program like Mayegun, other program will go motivate them, enter streets. Say oh yeah, to get ya ito. So ya uti jemo baba. See. I make one comment last time, say, anybody back with me from urgent to care, my basic baby. Baba, around come. You know why? I did watch that man interview. Believe me, I vexed crowd that yesterday. So what? The evidence, what? No evidence, no deal. Nobody make pen.
We just hear all of us go be like, hey, that's it. Until another one.
I did tell you. I said, Baba, throughout yesterday, I just defense your law. Say, God, why you not just give me one power? Make I just go down and I gather all this, may I just gas them. All of my you know, I'm ready to just come my brain.
What? See, thank you so
Baba,
much.
make I leave with that. My regards to make my children.
Same to you. Praise one. So that's a room all. Now I have another caller on the line, but I usually love to remind us, though, right? Like the broadcast, share it, because that's how you get others to kind of see this too. If you always wanted them to. Here is another. Hello.
Hello, Mayebu.
Hello, Ma. How are you?
Good evening. I'm okay. Good evening.
Good evening,
Ma. Yeah, I won't ask you the family. What am I saying? I won't ask you how you are again, because of course you're good and you will remain good for us. But I will only ask for the family. But how is the family?
I ask you how are you? Then, like, you know, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Just like you are good. Yeah, and the family are good. Yeah.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Please.
Okay, very well. Mayebu, deviating as usual. This is Chichi on the line, by the way.
Sorry, say that again.
This is Chichi, by the way.
I want to hear you so they can know that that's Chichi back. Right? So it's good to have you back again. All right.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay. My call is on Turkey. I'm calling on the ground of Turkey. Yes, because you when you reported about the situation, I don't know, you don't have somebody in Turkey that could give you real juicy information of what is happening with not just Nigerians. This has to do with the blacks.
And I would love to hear you help us in that area. Please fill in the gap.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. This is what is happening here. It doesn't matter which country you are, so long you're black. What they do when you apply for resident permit, most of those people that are repatriated back home, they didn't commit no crime. The only crime they committed is the fact that they don't have what they call resident permit, which was not given to them because they applied and it was not given to them. At the end of the day, Turkey was not a police country. And all of this policing of it thing started last year. They started going after the people without resident permit. So yes, apparently UN gives them money. There's this encouragement to get every people without document out of the country. And some part, I don't want to call the other country, the Arab country that is also sponsoring this whole thing, that they should get all the blacks out of the country. Okay. When you come to the African countries, other African countries, when they go to their embassy, they decline to give them TT, what they call TT, that they are supposed to use in deporting them back to their home country. So for the fact that
we call the travel, we call it a TC in the UK, and it's always just like a travel certificate or something. You call it
travel
certificate, right?
Either TT or TC, either TT or TC.
Okay, then
yeah.
We're talking about okay, please continue.
When you go to the embassy and request for it, it's not given to them for them to be able to deport, because most of them, of course, we know how back home is. They are not willing to come back home and not having where to lay themselves on. They prefer they stay back here and struggle with majority of them. What they do is cargo job. Out of 100, I can tell you 90% of them are into cargo. Then the other 10, you could say maybe they're into any other kind of stuff. I'm telling you based on what I know. Okay, now when they start camping on them since last year, if you look into YouTube and check on Facebook, you will see all of this information is there. Unfortunately, you might find some in English, but majority of them you'll find in Turkish. Turkey is not an English-speaking country, so you might find it difficult to really understand what is happening. There was a protest by the Turkish people about regarding this whole thing for them to stop disturbing the black, and the whole thing has really affected the country, but yet they are still doing what they are doing. So they get these people without documents, and the embassy is not willing to give them the TC, so they keep them in their camp, and the UN keep giving them money for deportation. So with the money they are collecting, they are keeping it to themselves, spending it. Even the money they give to them to give to these people, eventually when they deport them, they're not giving them a dime. They're not feeding them well. They just keep them for months. You are even saying, I heard you say something like 7 months, 8 months. Majority, I know a friend who the husband is in the camp till today, he's there for 1 year plus. And some people, if you're unlucky, you get to where they are ready. And you meet some, because they're kind of racism is something else.
Like, for the sake of our listeners, okay, there's this point you raised, right? It is not that these people, number one, legitimately were in that country. But the fact that you need the resident permit, it runs out. You have to renew it. But if there is a system that says deny them, it doesn't matter what you present. It doesn't matter if they have had their same permit for a while, right?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Deny them, so that would then give us the window.
So they expect you to leave.
Illegal and want to deport them.
Yes.
That's some very valid allegations there. That's a point.
That is exactly what is happening. That is exactly
from Nigerian embassy and all of that. Does that mean Nigerian embassy is issuing the TC?
The Nigerian embassy is not doing anything.
Sorry, Chichi, I'm so sorry. I have so many questions, right?
No, I'm going to answer you on when it comes to the TC. Actually, Nigeria embassy is not issuing that. At a point in time, they were obliging them by giving it to them.
Right.
So it's come to a point they stop issuing their TC to them, which makes it difficult, and they end up having a whole lot of them, whole lot of blacks, not just Nigerians. The annoying thing with the Nigeria embassy, they don't even go to visit their people in the camps, in different camps where they have them.
So even now,
but other
Nigerians are currently being held in Turkey.
Exactly. But in other country, in other black country, you will see their embassy going after them, visiting them, sorting them out, asking them what they want, if they want to go or they don't want to go. But you never see that happening from Nigerian side. They maltreat their people, they beat them, they did not steal, you did not cut and get them in any kind of offense. You choose to keep them just because they don't have resident permits. You dealt with them physically, mentally. At the end of after 1 year or how many months you choose, after promising them that after 6 months you release them, you end up keeping them for 1 year or 10 months, after which you repatriate them back to their home country without even settling them with the money the UN gave you to give to these people while sending them back to their home country. Nigerian government knows about these things. They know. The same way it's happening in Turkey, the same way it's happening in some other continents.
Chichi, do you know how this, or what this truly means, right? A lot of people watching this video are still going to be victim of this same thing that is happening in Turkey, and I'm glad you raised something about it now, right? There are
because when people
taking over all governments across Europe as we speak. It has just happened in France, and they are tired of immigrations and immigrants, right? Now we have people who legally enter these countries, and to stay in these countries, you need to renew your residency permit. One single policy, doesn't matter what your qualification is, one single policy says don't give it to them. And if you don't have it, you become illegal straight away. Everything else you have access to. Normally, now that everything seems like whatever is going on elsewhere is not affecting you. You see this breakdown of what you just told us from Turkey, right? It's also a wake-up call for so many of us who think we have naturalized, we have settled in all these countries. One single policy, one single one can change the course of our entire existence.
Exactly.
And it is happening. It is already happening.
It's happening. It's happening. Turkey is even the worst of people.
There will be nobody from anywhere to say, oh, yeah, we are government of Nigeria, we want to defend you. No. We are all on our own.
Thank you. That is what your people are going through here. So if you don't have the picture, you could just give, like, when I heard you giving the news, I was like, oh, my, who doesn't have information? What is that? I don't know why Turkey people are really not calling to speak and tell what is happening. Of course, I know that this reading, because they always watch or monitor people's conversation.
I'm so happy that you are
so
able to get
people are also careful to get this kind of information out, but that is the simple truth of what is happening in Turkey. And you see some people who has their resident permit, if they're in the wrong places, they collect the resident permit and break it.
They withdraw it, cancel it, and they automatically become illegal.
Become illegal. So that is exactly what the situation is.
They control the system. It's systemic.
Which court? They don't
see, there's something called systemic. There's something called rules, right? Rules cover everybody. But a systemic profiling covers certain people, and you can't escape it. We are all going to still return back to that contraption to go and face our fear eventually. I'm visiting Turkey, and my host was a victim. He just came out. He just came back like a month ago. He was in the custody for 8 months. God damn it!
Yes, he was in the custody for 8 months.
Doing nothing. Like he did
nothing. He did nothing just because of the resident stuff.
Thank you so much.
So when you have money to pay the lawyers to even pull them out, the lawyer pulls them out for you. Sometimes you pay the lawyers, they will go and sit down without even doing anything.
Yeah.
I have to talk about this because I'm visiting and I'll be taking a walk. Wherever they're going to find me, they should look for me.
Chichi, you have no idea what you just did. You raised a very, very important sort of a convo tonight. And you did so by actually giving us the real stories. You know something? There are so many people watching from Turkey right now. You're likely going to make some of them call in as well to add more. And
I wish they could call to add up.
Yeah, it's a clarion call to all of us, even me in the UK.
If anybody wants to go to any country, not Turkey, Turkey is not the right place to go.
Fair enough.
I keep telling Nigerians, any person that knows me that wants to come to Turkey, I tell you, Turkey is not the right place because there's no work here. There is no work.
Then you now have to be subjected to this systemic profiling.
And now that there is no even business, so it's even worse right now. Look for any other country and find your way ahead down there, not Turkey.
Thank you so
if you even live in this country for 10 years, you will never get any document. They give you the resident permit. Exactly, they give you the resident permit and it can be withdrawn at any time. That you have it today does not mean you will have it tomorrow. And they'll start running after you. It doesn't make sense.
Bless you.
Mayego, I have to go. This is the only reason why I call.
So well, and thank you so much for that effort, right? You have a good one.
You're welcome.
Sister. Okay, that's a chichi. Now, I don't know who needs that information. Okay, and I've heard people who say some certain things will never happen. I live in the UK, and I read a lot, and I have to see a lot of news across the Europe. There are some group of Europeans. When I say Europe, I'm talking about every country in Europe as we speak. They are experiencing the homegrown sort of a movement, which is to stand up against their politicians. All these ones you are seeing at a World Economic Forum, this forum, that one there, NATO and all of that. There are homegrown groups as we speak. And they are far right. They are like, you can call them racist. These are those who believe that their countries have been invaded. Their children have become victims. They have been like victims of rape, victims of different other attacks. And they blame immigrants, not even illegal immigrants. They just blame immigrants. And right now they are taking over power from across Europe as we speak. They call them the far right. Europe first. Kick all the immigrants out. And it is all, see, so some of us who live in these countries, we are allowed to live in these countries because of government's policies. Policies that created a visa route, different visa route, different whatever this, even citizenship route in all these countries. They are policies of politicians, policies of governments. They can be cancelled. And all of that privileges can be withdrawn. Especially with these radicals who are now taking over government across the world. So last, our safe haven won't be safe for us much longer. And I think a lot of us should begin to put that into perspective now. Before it reached the time that what we are using around the will just become like ordinary plastic in Ikogulomo. Yeah. Hello there.
Yeah, I agree, General.
Yes, sir. Baba, how are you doing?
I did fine, and you?
Very well, still here.
Yes. I can see. Thank you very much. Yes. You see what I'm telling you about Kenya? Kenya are very civilized. What our people take as civilized is just education. Just you can read that English, PBB grammar that they don't have meaning. Even they cram it. When they cram it, they will come to anywhere just making a speech that don't have meaning. Nothing in their head, just copy and paste. This is not civilized, but our people take it as spice. That's the problem we're getting. These people, you see their speaker, that lady, when he was talking, you see the point he's making. Tell me, is it any person in that Senate or House of Representatives can make that kind of speech? That woman making a speech with the boldness.
That one where they speak for just 1 minute 50 seconds. So Akpabiole don't they shut them up.
That's what I'm talking.
Maybe John. She cannot finish.
This is why I'm angry. When Nigerian person will come, because all of us are come from Nigeria, he will tell me about civilized. Yeah. I have traveled a lot in African countries. I see their mentalities. It's different. These people you see, every African country that mix with white, until today living with white, the mentality is different. It's different. It's just like what South Africa is suffering today, because the whites have linked them. When the whites is holding the economy of South Africa is strong. They are strong in the economy. That's why when the Mandela get the freedom, he did not push these people out. He said these people have something to offer. He kept them in the economy side, them to hold the economy. The people know how to hold the economy, not these criminals. What Africa knows, Africa is good in consume. They are not good in produce something. It's corruption. Corruption eats them. Finish. The black politicians. The Nigeria you're talking, the people will tell you Nigeria making well in America, making well in Brazil, making well in all over the country. Why they're not making well in Nigeria? This is the problem, and this is the problem I'm just arguing with Nigeria. Nigeria we are big in population. So we overshadow other African countries for those things. Why they're not making well when there was in Nigeria? Then go to another country, develop place, the people that the system is working. The people have made the system to work. That's why you come here. It can be able to excel. Why you do not say in your country? You come to us and say, now, you are telling me that you are Nigerian civilized. There's no country. They're nothing. They're not nothing, my brother. People, any country that you don't know about politics, what do you know? After God is government. Even some people will tell you nothing like God. His government is God, they are saying. The people who don't know about government, how do you civilize? Look at this Finnish man, they are calling you. Anybody call you, call that man. Off that phone for your ear. You don't come here to discuss about that kind of sonorities. You don't need them in your platform. Anybody talk about it, close off the phone. What are you doing? He's doing nothing. He's fighting for who? Talk to the government. He's not talking about government. You fight the government if you're a good activist. You fight the government, not individual. Not individual, fight the government. Government has responsibility of everything. Don't children together, giving them rice, giving them water. It's the work of the government. That's what the government will do for them, not you.
Mazi, Nigeria economy is in serious trouble. We all know that. But if you call the criminals in charge of Nigeria to come and tell you how they want to get Nigerians out of that trouble, right? They will tell you that thiefnubu is sharing rice. Thiefnubu is sharing money. And the guys in charge of Nigeria, from state governors to the rest of them, they actually believe sharing rice will end hunger. Sharing money will end poverty. And those are the people that are saying, give them time or respect leaders. Is it done?
That country. My brother, that country, the country is finished. Nothing. These people in the media, people like that stupid guy that are calling them. These people in the media is distraction. Government, you know what they are doing. This is distraction. They don't distract people. Talking nonsense that have meaning. Now I have seen in the news, they are talking to BP in Nigeria. BP Nigeria. This is distraction of the people. People that will discuss about government. You are talking of entertainment. What is entertainment? What is entertainment? If the thousands of people go to entertainment, only 3 or 4 will succeed. This is how entertainment works. This is how you work. You just like, yes, all this football, everything. This is how you work. That's why Roger Miller, there is a time he came back to Cameroon. He told Cameroon people, please send your children back to school, to go to school. These things are entertainment to the world. If 1 million come from Cameroon for football, at the end, only 4 or 5 or 6 will succeed. They will pick it. Others will just go. And to that time, they have wasted their years, these 2 years, for looking for future for football. Along the way, they are telling you people that succeed. You know many people of my friends who are looking for future for football. I know more than 30. All of them are Sunday because that football, he will use you. He will just hope. You don't go and learn work. You don't want to get any career. You will hope. At the end, your age will just go in. When your age is 30 something, 40 years, it's not that it will be Sunday.
Try to figure out what you want to do with your life.
Nothing you can do. It's only to begging. Yes, it's only to begging people. Begging those guys, the big ones. Those big ones will change their contact. No one will answer you. Them have something they offer to their people. It's just like Michael will tell you. Black tax. One person don't succeed in family, one person. Everybody now, the nation, big way you don't know. Yes. You don't just, everybody will just carry their problem, come to you. Even the whole community. And what do you want to, if you start to feeding them, what do you will get? The money will finish. And this money will hear about it, not the way you hear it. Before they pay them this money, this is a tax. Taxes will take it in the civil world. They will tax it. Not as you hear it. People take millions, not the way you work. But people think when they hear this person, they have contract, 1 year, 2 years, not like that. Every people, manager, everybody, they will share the money before the little one that will come to you. This is how you work. Yes, I'm not big players, man. When they sit down to you, they will tell you the truth. They will tell you not the way we see it. Not everything you see in the paper is the truth. They know how to manage in their life. They will tell you truth, but some will not tell you. I know people players. They will open their mouth. The person that wants to tell you truth, he will tell you the truth. Not the way you look it. That belongs to here. I convert it to the other. Not the way you walk. People, the tax will take their own. The Association of Football. They will take their percentage. Until that one will remain for you. They'll put it. This is how you work. So, whatever that we are doing, if we are not focusing on the government, if we not focus in government, fighting for government, nothing Nigeria will go. That's why I stand for break Nigeria. Let's share that country. Everybody go and manage their own criminals. No, start your front, make your constitution. The constitution is a country. Any country that don't have a strong constitution, that country will never run. It will never get anything. The country will still dying because no constitution holds them responsibility. So nothing. We need to share the country. Even as I'm here now, the little thing I have in Nigeria, I'm angry. I don't know where I invest. I go and invest more something. If I have a nuclear weapon, I will throw it in Nigeria. Let everybody die. Let them finish. Let the country start again. Because nothing, that country, Nigeria is just a waste. That land, that space is a waste of resources, human resources. Nothing. If few people, others are hungry, few people are enjoying with big belly, enjoy, while others are crying. You see how the country work? Not the way the country work. We all of us living here. You can't see the rich, you can't know the poor. Everybody work together. What you brought as your family to eat. Not big man food here. Everybody eat the same food. Not big man food here. Everybody can afford every food to eat. So what kind of life they are living? Are you satisfied for the life they are living? The stupid people are dying. They will come and praising stupid person, a criminal that is in the social media. That's why Nigerian content creators, I don't share anything about them. Don't talk about them. I don't look at them. They have nothing to offer. Politics is number one all over the world. Yes. Western world, when you listen to them, they are talking about the government of their country, not entertainment. What is entertainment? Good entertainment, I take them as just a street boy. That's entertainment. When they started this entertainment, they formed it for black people to entertain the government, to enjoy. But along the way, now started to bring this forward in. What is entertainment? Entertainment, you don't have anything to offer in the government. So our people have to focus in the government, not entertainment. Don't look at this stupid entertainment. This is a fake life. They are living a fake life. I know. Thank you very much, my brother. Keep on your good work. Okay. Anybody call about that guy off that phone? Ask it from here. This is not what we need to discuss in this platform. Thank you very much.
God bless you so much, right? Thank you so much. Now, that's a Templar that feels like we should stop trying to give attention to those who shouldn't be getting our attention. But you know me, I'm just a receiver. When the phone rings, I pick it up. I do not have control over what you are going to say. I am just here to listen like others, right? Well, here is another caller, and I want to be, this should be Austin, right? Austin, is that you?
Definitely, it's me. Good evening, from here.
How are you today, Baba?
I'm fine, though. I'm fine. I was at home. I'm at home today. I didn't go to anywhere today, so I said, let me.
Fair enough. So yeah, it's good to actually have you on.
You're welcome. Anyway, thank you so much, Mayego, because your program is very, very educative. Very, 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 very educative and enlightening. You know, we have been learning a lot from you, and I'm
learning a lot from all of you too. It's pretty much like we assemble here to actually teach ourselves, tell ourselves the truth. Now, what we do with that word is it's completely us. So we are all grateful.
Definitely, and I think from your program, a lot of us, our mentality have changed a lot.
I hope so. There was a robodion, right? There was a crisis this afternoon where people they break bottle for on top their head, on top history, one history after history. I had to kind of break fights. So let's hope that a lot of people have actually have different orientation and view about things for watching this platform.
We have. I think a lot of because I know when you started, I know the kind of people that used to call, the kind of people that used to talk, and how everything changed. For example, I remember when Sham called the first time, my sister Sham called the first time. Her perspective is about one Nigeria. And I was so furious when she made her statement, her first statement. I said, wow, you are thinking about you are going to make Nigeria to, let's try again. Nigeria is unrepairable. You can't repair Nigeria. So that's just another thing for another day, because that's not exactly why.
A visible change that is pretty much obvious. I like that. No, that's a good one. Cham is here presently, like staring at that screen, like.
Yeah, because each time she contributes her opinion, she's objective and she go down. She go down to the point and hit the nail on the hammer on the head. So what I'm trying to say is that any person that is vouching for Nigeria to see something positive, sometimes it amazes me. And I was surprised yesterday when that man talked about very dark man. I wanted to break my phone, honestly, to be honestly speaking. I just said, so do we have kind of people here? Very dark man. What does very dark man have to do in this thing? He was saying the government knew that locking him would have bring a second Kenya. What has very dark man?
Revolution too. I was like, that's like a bit reaching. But go on.
Honestly, when I had that, and I was driving, I was pissed off, really, really pissed off. Let's say, which kind of thing is this? Very dark man is nobody. Completely nobody. Sorry that I'm mentioning it here. Like what my brother said now, and that anybody that talk about very dark man, we should block him. And that is right. I support it because he is inconsequential in all the whole scenario. What is happening in Nigeria? Nobody talks about it. How many people from Nigeria are watching your program? How many? But they can watch BB Nigeria from the beginning to the end. You watch adults put in one room, or how many rooms they are. You watch them, they are sleeping, you are awake watching them. See, they finish. And when it's time to vote, you call and vote for 3 months. And you call and spend your money to vote. That's all. How many people do you see from Nigeria, living in Nigeria, watching your program on a daily basis? I know they can say maybe because of data, but they can use data to watch other stuff. How many people are following Dere Farotimi? How many people? How many people? How many people are? How many?
Leave them alone. Pray for them. Like,
yeah. God. How many people? They only watch what is. That is why I have made up my mind. They have changed me. My mentality have changed. Nigerians are not ready to change Nigeria. Look at what is happening in Kenya now. One of the commentators said last time, have you seen Kenyans calling their diasporans to come back home and help or change the situation? They stood up and they are still standing up by themselves. But our own people is here telling you, yeah, it is like that. Yeah, now
all of you, why don't you come back home and join us to fight us?
Why don't you come back home? You know how it is here. Now that you come back home. So Nigerians are not ready. It's only in Nigeria you will see somebody like Wike. I'm telling you. No matter how useless I have.
So, and that's exactly what it's going to be like for the next 3 years if you remain in that place.
I was born in a French country in Africa. I lived there. Even from there, that is where I came to Europe. I have traveled a lot of places in Africa. Our mentality is too poor. Exactly what my brother was saying now. Forget all this thing we are saying we are civilized, we are this. Our mentality is very, very poor concerning humanity. I'm telling you honestly. We talk, it's only in Nigeria you will see somebody like Wike will be doing all this madness. No matter how mad other African countries are, you will not from another party and operating with another party. You will not do that. They won't allow you.
Yeah. They won't. A political party. Right?
No matter how. No matter.
She's not going to come back, but you don't really even have a party. If they ask Werey Wike if he's a member of APC, he's going to say no, won't he?
No.
So who is he going to win Abuja for in 27 or something? PDP.
That is only in Nigeria. That's only in Nigeria. So the problem of Nigeria is because Nigerians worship money so much. As far as you have money, you are good to go. As far as you have money, even to the point, my Igbo people use one adage and said, means when a child makes money, an adult go to errand for him. So you can imagine our mindset. We worship money so much that we accept every evil, every madness, we accept it. There is no more humor again. There is no more feelings for human being again. We just, what can it take? Just give me this money, let me keep it. That's all. We are not celebrating Davido wedding. What has Davido wedding have to contribute in our own lives?
Idris, I mean, some of us we've had few drinks to dance to Davido.
Do you remember that?
That's the most.
You
know something? What they talk about, what they say about entertainers, right? It will be only foolish people that will expect any advice from actors, entertainers when it comes to political decisions, right? So when anybody thinks Davido and the rest of them, they are just like meant to entertain you. Nobody should expect anything beyond that from people like that. But unfortunately, they are also very much willing to get and keep a lot of people distracted. Which
do you know that during NSAS, Davido was among the people that started NSAS?
No, he's not. He was going to take advantage of it, Austin. If you remember, right? He was going to take advantage of it too.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
It didn't last. It only lasted for a few hours. Now I will remind you because you know this is it. A lot of things like that, right? Remember when it was when they said, "Oh, it was going to." Okay, you know something. Let's slow it down. I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay, when somebody said that they are preparing a Davido for 2027 as a senator in Osun, I said it is not because of anything other than Nigeria is a crime scene, right? And they will write it and it will become one. Okay. Now remember that it was Showore who was screaming that we should all meet together on Tuesday and SARS. You say you remember, Sha? Then Force and some other guys, right? No, hang on, not Force. No. Then Two-Face. Two-Face said, we are all going to march on Tuesday to end SARS.
Yeah.
Then within 24 hours, Two-Face ran away. Then Naira Marley joined and said, if Two-Face is backing out, he is going to lead it. Then when they started issuing press conference and said they have met with the police, he no need again. Then Force and other guys, Showore and all that, he did. Then few days later, I think it was on the 19th, before the killings, or on the 19th of October, they just said that Davido not just tweeted NSAS. And as usual, Davido 30 billion gang. Yes, 30, you know. Then he decided to want to cash in on that. He moved to Abuja with all of his guys, with all of these things. Then the guy, they took the guy inside. You remember now, he went to the police IG office. Then there was a IG office. They said, Davido, are you one of those protesting NSAS? He said, no, me, I just came out here to see my fans.
That was the point I wanted to make. That was the point. Wait. What I wanted to say is that remember that whether he started it or he was in the middle or wherever, he participated not directly. So then when he was asked, are you the leader? He said no. That's the point I wanted to make. That people follow people that doesn't contribute anything in Nigeria. Now, just shift from the video. Look at Abdul Karim or Idris made music now. Go and check that music. How many people have watched that music? How many people have heard about the music? How many? We don't follow all these things. What we follow is Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, whoever that is coming up. He is the richest. He is this. He is that. That's what we follow. What Nigerians follow. What is reasonable?
Or should we say they couldn't really motivate millions of their followers about the effect?
Do you know? Let me just. Do you know if 20,000 Nigerians watch your show for one good month, Nigerians will be on the street.
I know. I'm looking forward.
Nigerians will be on.
Get to that.
I don't say 1 million. I say only 20,000.
Yes.
20,000.
Just viewing it live.
If only 20,000 watch your show, because they don't know what has happened in Nigeria. They won't. They will tell you it's too long, but they will have data to watch the whole BB Niger. They will say it's too long. Even when you cut it for 5 minutes, they won't.
They still won't.
I'm telling you, they won't. So Nigerian problem is beyond explanation. It is beyond. Nigerians are not ready. We are not ready. Any day Nigerians are ready, they will fight their battle. Their battle, nobody will fight it for them. Not the diasporas will fight it for them. Not everybody. The senators they are waiting for. Could you imagine that? Do you know Melaya have fans in Nigeria? Rocha Sokorocha have fans in Nigeria.
A lot of them.
Hope Uzordinjo have people that will die for him. That part big. I don't know that whether he's pregnant or not. Cubana chief priest. He can die for Hope Uzordinjo. That guy, you see, that guy. He can die for Hope Uzordinjo.
He's a special advisor to him on social media now. Like he's an employee of the Imo state government. He gets paid every month.
That's for you to see the kind of society we are in. For example, look at this guy that deported from Turkey to Nigeria, that lives in Abuja, and
what do you call it?
Ijele.
Okay,
yeah. Do you know he has fans?
He does.
He has fans.
He's actually a human trafficker on his own. I just don't know how
he's a criminal.
Somebody that
he's a criminal. He's a criminal. A very big criminal that was selling drugs in Turkey before.
He's
a criminal.
Selling girls. I'm talking about human trafficking. There were girls who actually reported him and got him arrested for human trafficking.
Exactly. And then you will see
threatening them that before he will let them go, they have to pay him the balance of money he's spending bringing them to Europe. I saw all of that. But he said
then you will see
him that he spent money to bring them. He didn't take them to Europe to become prostitutes. That the money he's asking from those girls were the money he spent to take them. What did you take them to Europe for as a philanthropist? Oh my supporters, tell me about it.
He has so much support, even in Igbo land. Even in Igbo land. I was watching one post today. One guy in bed. My brother, I nearly shed tears, and I asked, do these people have brain, or are they doing it camouflagely, or why are they doing like this? So if you see in Nigeria that everything goes,
let me tell you,
even a killer,
Yoruba, right? In Yoruba land, there is this proverb. It's not proverb, but I want to say it's a saying. Okay, so we say, I'll say it in Yoruba first, like yourself, then I'll say the meaning. Okay, they say that tobambo iyon. I mean, sorry, tobangu iyon to think boy the whole of you, right? Walota. Toban so kusoja. But let me say it in English now, right? It is this analogy of we have a society whereby if you are feeding the people, thousands of them every day, you will still have enemies who hate you for doing that. They said if you had the time that it says stoning everybody in the market, just keep throwing the stone in the market, it could hit anybody. People were screaming, what kind of child are you? What kind of person are you? You are breaking people's head. You will still see support and say, Austin, we're done. See, I'll give you another stone. See, this one big. This one. You are doing well. So it is practically what Nigeria is generally. Okay. So you always have those that will kind of support you, even when they see the evil. And when you ask them, why are you supporting this evil? I don't know. Because everybody they hate him. I just thought maybe I should like him.
Honestly,
I don't like him. This is why they don't like him. Okay, tell us why you like him. I don't know. I just like him because everybody hates him. That's what we have in that place. So how do you deal with that?
So sometimes I'm tired. I ask myself, how do Mayegu cope with all these things? How do you do it? Because for me,
but the fact that keeping quiet is worse than speaking out like this. So I choose to continue to speak about it. Is not. It is a thing. So we will keep doing what we can, the little we can, until we have enough people who can actually amplify this and make it a thing. Until then, Austin, we'll keep doing this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Baba.
Thank you, my
Thank you so much. Enjoy your break.
Thank you, my dear.
You have a good one, sir. That's Austin there from Germany, ladies and gentlemen. I would want to take one more, but I only have just normally, right? Because we started late. Don't forget that. Because we started late, that's why we are finishing late. We could stop now, or we could just take one more call. And let me see. Okay, let's see. Hello there.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, my good evening.
Good evening too.
Fine. I think I will say that I'm tired talking about Nigerian issue, but because 2 nights ago I saw one video of Rotimi Amechi indirectly calling for revolution. It's the second time he's doing it. Nobody's shaking. I believe something is wrong in that space, you know. So I'm just caught in because of what the lady from Turkey said, Chichi. Let me tell her something. I was talking with somebody, I think on Sunday. I told him that everybody should get ready because the West, they are not changing their policy. Very soon, people, they will, you wake up in the morning, they will tell you to leave. The guy now told me, I have a citizen. I'm a citizen. I say, forget that rubbish. Go and check the EU Parliament election last time. They came second. Those Nazis party came second. Go and check it. I told him when you go to Germany, when you see them parading this FDP, the Nazis party, they call themselves left wing or the right wing. You will see thousands of people behind them. And in America now, you see Trump. Upon all the baggages like Tinubu, he's still powering. And some people are saying, no, we don't want him. Foreigner saying, I don't want Trump. I want this one. Millions of Americans are behind him on the ground. So these guys are trying to build up their place because the inflation is catching them because we are just here enjoying ourselves. When we have $1,000 or 1,000 euros, when we throw it in Nigeria, we are calculating the exchange 1.5 million, 1.2 million. Highest you will spend on food to your family like 700. You know, save the other one for yourself. We are happy. Them, they are not happy because their life is just like circle. Getting their salary, spending it round and round every month. If you show Igbo will go to ATM and collect 10 euro. And put inside his wallet. But you cannot go to Nigeria, see anybody go to automat and collect 200 naira, 500 naira. They pick up from 50,000, 100,000. So these guys, they are suffering here and they want to rebuild their place. And
they blame the immigrants for it. And right now, they are politically pushing to get power. And they believe they are all right-wing political parties who actually not only stop immigration, possibly help them on deportation. And now they are already taking over that power and making such announcements in few countries now. And it's coming to the country, near
it's happening
you. If you never enter, we are having our own election now in August or so in the UK, general election. From that, we have the Tories, we have the Conservatives who lies a lot, they lie so much. And then they have also, they are the ones who sort of allowed everybody to come into the country based on the legal migration and stuff like that, right? And they said these people coming to the UK are actually coming in to contribute something. We came in to contribute something. People pay so much to come in, right? Now, these politicians who have mismanaged the United Kingdom economically, even though now 2% be our inflation, no. Nigeria inflation is 45%, right? But again, that 2% that they cannot bring down in the UK, which has allowed, which has made it for harder for younger people. You see all this generation who are like in their 20s now. The economy was good. They were supposed to have job. They are supposed to be the first time homeowners. Now they are looking at themselves that, like you said, they go to they get paid 2,000 pounds or 2,000 euro. They spend the money, they wait for next one. Now they see that their life is like it's just the same way. They have no money. So that's what I see now. That their own parents, their own parents, when their parents were in their 20s, they were married. Some of them are already on mortgages, buying their own houses. Now you see those ones in their 20s now in Europe, they can barely afford to feed. Talk less of them affording holidays or even buying homes. Now they are blaming it on the immigrants. So politicians who actually failed them economically, they themselves, right? They are now adjusting the law on how those who came to their country legally will become illegal and they can get deported. That's
exactly what is spreading. That's everywhere. In Sweden, in Denmark, They are blocking everything. Very soon, they will get to people that have the people that are with the citizenship. They will send them home. I saw one tweet from David Udeyi. He wrote it there that every African living in abroad should make sure that it must not be your country, but make another African country your home. He get why. This is how he wrote it. These guys were that guy now. A lot of connections, a lot of information will be coming to him. So everything that he said, we should look into it and take it serious. Second time calling for revolution indirectly. Nobody is shaking. We are talking about rubbish. Even we that are here now, to send money is a very difficult. To get work here now is very, very difficult. To secure a job in Europe or America or anywhere is very, very difficult now. People are now looking for a job, but they will tell you there's job everywhere. There's no job everywhere. It's not tight.
Also their own people. But they now blame it on all of us who actually have real legal documents, right? The money meant to be invested in their country have been used in their NATO war, in this war, that war. Yeah. But guess who are being blamed? All of us who actually paid them to come here. We are now being blamed for what is going on. So politicians would rather sacrifice us. And it can happen anytime.
It can happen. It started already.
And it can be cancelled.
So why I want to tell Chichi that for her to advise people not to come to Turkey, that Turkey is not a place to come. Not only Turkey, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's happening everywhere now. Thank you, Maya. That's all I want to say. For our Nigerians, they need to put something in their brain for them to wake up. I don't know what they are eating. I don't know if it's the food. I don't know if it's the water or maybe hunger. I don't know what is going on in Nigeria. A lot of things. Thank you so much.
God bless you. I'll see you again, man. Thank you very much there. Now, this is where I can now say, let's draw the curtain, okay? Don't let us overstretch it. There's no point in keeping you up for far too long, okay? Now, thank you so much for being part of this tonight. Please remember, right? If you have any plan of joining us next month in Glasgow, where we are having this first Yoruba Union Summit, where you're going to actually be able to register as a member of the union from any part of the world. Or you can do that as first set of the official members of the Yoruba Union, Yoruba. Now you can be part of that. The link to possibly using booking your own seat, booking your own seat is right there in the description. And if you have seen it, just save it. You don't have to use it right away. Okay, buy your own ticket and then book your own hotels if you are not in the UK. But if you are in the UK, come on, man. All you have to book is, if you're not driving, is just book your own train ticket down here. It's just 2 days or 3 days rather, from 23rd, 24th, and the dinner on the 25th, right? There's so much to actually unpack. And I'm going to use this month to ask you if you are interested, like many of us have shown here. There are many people coming all over the world, by the way, and the ticket is on sale. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for tonight. Tomorrow is another day. Okay, take it easy, and you have a wonderful night. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari. àní máyégún máa wí. máyégún dáyàrí na ibi nọ́mbà wọn. ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. máyégún dáyàrí na ibi nọ́mbà wọn. máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò. máyégún dáyàrí na ibi nọ́mbà wọn. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún. máyégún dáyàrí na ibi nọ́mbà wọn. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. máyégún dáyàrí na ibi nọ́mbà wọn. àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. máyégún dáyàrí na ibi nọ́mbà wọn. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. lórí Facebook. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. lórí YouTube. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. òkúra olóṣèlú. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. àyè máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.